It's Robert here, and returning is Raymond.
Hola.
And my friend and collaborator on a lot of my movie reviews, Ingrid's going to be joining with us since Raymond is. What I found out a few streams ago that he's just as big of a kaiju fan as she and I are. I figured I got to include her into this.
What the purpose? I can't even sing that song all the way through. That's like the Blue Oyster Cult song.
Oh no! They say he's got to go, Godzilla.
Godzilla. I love that
And not
song.
just Godzilla, but Mothra,
Thank you,
Gamera,
Shut up.
Gamera, just so many. And I gotta say, I mean, she and I a little while ago, we did our Mothra marathon. I haven't posted that one yet. That's going to be after I get to the Godzilla retrospective. But I gotta say, looking at the first Mothra movie, it was not what I expected.
No, we're talking about the first
60s,
first Mothra.
the 60s,
Okay,
the 60s.
not the rebirth.
Not Rebirth, the 60s. And I mean, and to be fair, Monster was a bit generic. You had these pointless civilian, I mean, not civilians, natives, the the Pixies, Cosmos, whichever, didn't do much. I didn't account to much. But you had one of the most evil bastards of a human villain who was a complete and utter idiot by the end. It's like, dude, the whole world's turning on you. Why do you think you're going to get away with this and make a profit?
I have an unpopular opinion.
Oh, really? What's that?
I dislike Mothra in most of the Mothra movies.
Oh, when Ingrid gets here, that's her girl. That's her girl.
I know. I know. Every female kaiju fans love Mothra, and I get that. I just
Hey, and I like her too.
It's a fucking caterpillar that turns into a moth, and somehow
you prefer Batra. You prefer Batra.
Yeah, well, not even that. It's just that. How the hell does that thing beat Godzilla of all freaking creatures?
Technically, especially as an infant.
Yeah, that bugged the shit out of me.
Bug the.
Oh, why did I pun? Why did I do that?
You didn't mean to. I know why you said it. I get it.
But ever since I was a kid, they were my least favorite of the Godzilla films because it's just Godzilla. You have like.
Yeah, well, true to be, but now getting caught in the webbing, I think, especially that much from two of them. That's the one thing I can accept about the first Godzilla versus Mothra. You had two of them spraying at him at the same time that he's caught off guard. Oh, hold on, here she is. Hold on. Hey, Ingrid.
Hello.
I'll turn you down a little loud. Hey, Ingrid, meet Raymond. Raymond, this is Ingrid.
Hello, Ingrid.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well.
We were just talking about Mothra and how Raymond admits, in his opinion, he doesn't care for Mothra.
I suppose it's a matter of taste.
Oh, she took that way better than I thought she would.
She's usually easygoing, unless we actually see a bad movie. In that case, she'd be like, "What the fuck did we just watch?"
Yeah, it's I can respect a difference of opinion, but if something's truly bad, you'll know it.
True.
Like Rebirth of Mothra 2. Good God!
Oh boy! That review's gonna be a doozy.
Once I post it, yeah, because...
No, we don't speak of Mothra 2.
Yeah, I mean, 1 and 3...
best policy.
3 ended up being one of the best kaiju movies we've seen, and I did not expect that.
Yeah, that was just fantastic. It's just like, damn.
They pulled out all the stops. It's like they corrected all their mistakes, not just from 2, but from 1. And, I mean, everything just was firing on all cylinders. I mean, even you have to admit, that was a damn good kaiju movie.
It was like Mothra was reborn on a meta level, too.
True.
Definitely better than the other Mothra films, in my opinion.
Oh, I would definitely, yeah, it's definitely the best of all Mothra's movies, if you ask me.
Still think it's weird that Leo Mothra's a dude and not a chick.
I think it made sense, though, for it to be a son doing all that stuff, getting all the upgrades and everything. Part of me just felt like it made sense, but...
I guess. It just kind of spits in the face of, what one of the things that people loved about the original Mothra.
Well,
and I'm
but
not
they
even
do.
A Mothra fan, but
Yep. Well, they do make it clear from the first movie, though, that Mothra technically doesn't lay the egg. She generates it through energy. So theoretically, he could do the same.
I guess.
Yeah, I had to rewatch that first part and be like, oh yeah, I never noticed that. We actually see how the egg is made.
Oh yeah, it's the first time we actually saw how the egg is made.
And
Yeah.
well, let's be perfectly honest. It was already the 3 was already a leg up because it didn't use the TM standard Mothra formula.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Also, because that's one thing I warned Ingrid when we first saw it. After we saw the first Godzilla vs. Mothra, I said, "Brace yourself. It's every time she appears, it's just gonna be a wash, rinse, repeat of this movie." And except for the High Side movie, though, she never. That's the only one where she didn't bite it.
Yeah,
and that's also why it's one of the better ones.
Yeah, in fact, yeah, I just posted the other day the retrospective of our opinion on the High Side series, and it's still my favorite era, hands down.
It's the best era. I don't think that there's really any debate about that.
No, it absolutely is the best era. With one of my favorite movies, Biollante.
Oh yeah, and we love Biollante. Yeah, that's the aside from it is tied as far as best sophomore movies with Gamera versus Barugon.
Though my favorite is still Shin Godzilla.
Oh really?
Yep.
That's interesting.
That is my favorite one. It is the most realistic of all of them, and is the most gritty of all of them.
Oh, I will agree with that, but part of me, my downside with that one is way too much human plot compared to others.
It did have a lot of human plot, but I enjoyed that human plot. It showed an actual realistic reaction of what would happen if a giant monster attacked real Japan.
Too much red tape, way too much red tape to do anything.
Oh yeah, I suppose that's another case where it's a matter of taste, because sometimes it's like, sometimes it gets a little too real for comfort when you're sort of in an escapist sort of mode.
True. Very true. And I will also say this, when it comes to, and that movie in particular, because that was one flaw Ingrid and I both gave with Godzilla in 1985, was that it's supposed to be the last time they saw Godzilla in this universe was in the 50s. But they treat it like the way everyone's reacting and treating it as Godzilla, they're acting like the last time they saw it was the last Showa movie in universe.
Out of curiosity, which version did you guys watch?
Oh, we watched the American one.
Okay.
Was that the problem? Are they different in Japan, in the Japanese?
There are some parts that are different in the Japanese one, such as the Soviet.
Oh yeah, we're aware of that. We're aware of that. I'm just talking about how they reacted to just the idea that it's Godzilla. Ingrid and I both kind of agreed. How would you put it, Ingrid, that when the Russians mentioned about a monster, they'd be all like, "Oh yeah, sure. Why should we believe you?"
Yeah, like there is no doubt that with the political climate of that time, that the U.S. would kind of jump down their throat about that being a stupid excuse.
We have been invaded by Sleestack.
Yeah, but instead they're more likely to accept that it's this like it could be Godzilla. We don't want to cause a panic. It's like, why are you so quick to accept that when for you guys this was 30 years ago?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Again, if the last time Godzilla appeared was during the Terror of Mechagodzilla, which was less than about 10 years prior, then yeah, I can understand that. But if this being a fresh continuity, no.
I have another unpopular opinion.
What?
Terror of Mechagodzilla is not as good as the original Mechagodzilla film.
We agree on Ingrid and I would agree on that on the action side. Would you agree with that, Ingrid? On the action side?
On the action side, the original Mechagodzilla is definitely better, but the human plot is what really brings up Terror of Mechagodzilla. You have that trauma, you have scientific ethics, you have a point where you just feel freaking bad for Titanosaurus. It's just, yeah.
Oh, I've never felt sorry for that squealing little bitch.
We did. Well, we did, mostly because again, felt like the thing did nothing wrong. He got brainwashed, and by the time he snapped out of it, Godzilla's too pissed off to care.
True.
Still, though. Yeah.
Yeah, he got what he deserved.
But I will say this though. The human plot, though, Ingrid knows this. There's parallels in Godzilla vs. Biollante with Terror of Mechagodzilla, except the scientists didn't get so evil about it in Biollante.
Yeah, in Biollante, it definitely felt like, it's
a good man went a little bit overboard, but not too much, and then he soon realized what he did wrong.
Also, the first appearance of Miki Saigusa.
Yes, our favorite human girl. I love Mickey so much. I wish I could meet that actress because seriously, if I don't know if she knows English very well, but if she had a translator with her, I would say I adore Mickey so much. I mean, Space Godzilla notwithstanding, but even then, I blame more the English dub than I do the Japanese. But even her writing in that one, it felt like, let's give her something to do. What else do you do with her? I think that's when they realized you can't focus a plot on her.
Honestly, I think I would have preferred the original idea they had instead of Space Godzilla.
Which one was that? Because there was a whole bunch of ideas. I know.
I believe it was Ghost Godzilla.
No, that would have been the next movie.
Okay, no, was that? No.
Wait, that was the next movie was meant to be Ghost Godzilla, and then they realized we can't do 3 Godzilla XPs in a row.
Oh, wait, was it Godzilla? The one that they were gonna do was the monster that never.
Baragon. Yeah, that one the one that was in Super Godzilla the game.
Yeah, that guy.
And funny enough, how did Super Godzilla look in there? Pretty much like Space Godzilla.
I know, I love that design.
Yep, but England and I also agree that Space Godzilla is by far one of the best alien invaders.
Yeah, that was like one of the most interesting alien invasion plots, and there are a lot of those to compare against. It's like.
And I got a bit of I had a bit of a Son of Godzilla vibe when you had the stuff between him and little Godzilla and Space Godzilla. Just that whole bit of him trying to cover him.
Space Godzilla works so well as an alien invader in this case is that we had already established in Biollante that Godzilla's cells on their own can do weird things, so it's not too unbelievable for them to do weird things in space. It's just
on that note,
it might have been the weakest of the high sci era.
Sorry, Raymond.
That's okay. Keep going.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say, like, why did they give?
It is still far better set up than most of the alien invasion plots by comparison.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, like, why did they give 2 explanations for Space Godzilla?
I think that's because I think that realistically in real human life, you would come up with one of 2 possibilities. It's like either way the cells got up there, how they got up there, there's only 2 possibilities. And I think that's why. I don't think they wanted to give a definitive one, so they decided to have it be, because really, yes, Biollante, the G cells could have gone up, but what are the odds of it making to a black hole? But we knew Mothra was going to throw that asteroid into a black hole, but what are the odds of there being enough G cells on her to toss it, to create Space Godzilla? I
just think that the 4 tusks on the side of Space Godzilla's mouth is kind of indicating of Biollante.
You know what? I didn't think about that!
That's actually a really good, interesting explanation.
Yeah. Also, sorry.
If you had that design, why not just run with that?
Yeah, that is very true. I think that they did the monster thing as well to tie back into the weird and by far the dumbest bit of that movie was the weird net earrings that allow Mickey to contact with the cosmos. It's like
okay, so
weird.
It's been a while since I've seen those 2 movies, the Mothra and also Space Godzilla. Where did Mickey get those fucking earrings?
No, we don't know.
Okay,
it's just
making
never
sure that
explained.
That's never explained. Never explained. It's completely pulled right out of their ass so she can somehow communicate with them, and so we can have a visual representation of her using her abilities by having him go like.
Or you could have just left them out and just had her do her abilities regardless.
Yep, and I did not like trying to give her a love interest, but I did kind of feel like in both this movie and in Destroya, you had 2 different people kind of remind Mickey, much to her chagrin, of, like, oh, why are you wasting your time focusing on Godzilla? Or in Destroya, I can't wait to lose my power to eventually have a family. Both times she's like, rub it in, why don't you? You can so tell the look on her face. She feels like, I have wasted most of my life so that you could actually get this far.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that would have been much more interesting to explore in depth than arbitrary
love interest
plot that gets dropped after that movie.
And the fucking Yakuza. That was
the Yakuza.
So
what?
Stupid.
You think he agrees with us on this, Ingrid? It's like
fucking Yakuza. Pointless. Why?
They wanted to give Mickey more of a plot, it seems, and it's like could have done something better. Really? Heck, why try to control Godzilla was an interesting idea, but that went.
Honestly, they could have just dropped that entire fucking plot line and
just. But now, I did like the idea of you had the best friend and the sister of the guy from Violante.
Yeah, that was way more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Yuki, that guy. I love how he wasn't so completely driven that he was blinded. There would be so many times where he does get blinded, but as soon as he's like, shit, as he gets back into doing what he needs to do. I love that how he's not that far gone. He's far gone enough that he will deviate, but then he'll get back on track at the last second.
Yeah. He oddly, didn't even attempt to attack Godzilla after he got his ass handed to him by Space Godzilla the first time.
Yeah. And, yeah.
I would have been like, dude, your best friend's dead. Why not? Godzilla's weakened. Have at him.
Yeah.
Why are you letting him go? This is like your best opportunity to kill the fucker.
That is very true. But I think by that point, he just felt like, I think by that point, all of it was burned out of him, I think.
Yeah, I guess. I'm just thinking like a logical standpoint. Like your goal is to kill Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll never have a better opportunity than at that exact moment.
Yep. Speaking of which, the confusion that a lot of people have of Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, the time travel stuff, I don't find it that confusing at all. It's only if you take what they say in the movie and don't realize they're completely way off base from the get-go that if you ignore all that what they're saying and use your own two eyes, it's easier to understand.
Yeah, there are two Godzillas.
We've always known that. We've always known that there were two Godzillas.
I know, but they were assuming that there was just one Godzilla.
Yeah. That was the big mistake. And now, granted, the one that was on the island, the one that they transport away, that's the one we see in the high side the whole time. The thing is, though, what they don't realize is this is basically a stable time loop. It already happened.
Yeah, Godzilla was already created by that point. He's just the new one.
Yeah, but they didn't realize, they assumed that the H-bomb that created the 50s Godzilla and could have created the other one, and that we could have had two Godzillas running around at the same time. That's how I look at it. I think they prevented two of them from being formed at the same time.
Yeah. They also established somewhere in the Heisei era that there is a Godzillasaurus species.
Yeah.
So that means there are multiple of these fucking things.
Well, at least as far as we know, the only two survivors were Godzilla, as we know now, by now, and what would become baby once he hatches, because the egg was hidden along with Rodan's.
No. That was originally a Rodan egg, but it was infected with some kind of parasite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember there's some kind of moss covering it.
Oh, I thought it was a parasitic egg being left there so that the Godzilla would eat the others.
That could be it. Maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but I always assumed it was just originally a Rodan one that turned into a Godzilla.
Nah, because there's no signs of any Rodan traits aside from the bond, and everything. But I looked at it.
They have that like psychic link. I mean,
which could be. Well, you already know that Godzilla's partially psychic.
True, but the main Godzilla is partially psychic. Hey, BM.
Hey, Bianca.
Why do I keep saying BM? Oh, it's because whatever.
Hello.
Not much. We're just talking Godzilla.
Yay, Godzilla.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying, but I do think it's more likely that here's how my theory was. Godzilla, the baby was a parasitic egg left there to be eaten. Obviously, something delayed the hatching for thousands of years, but I think both him and Rodan being so close proximity while they were in eggs, and then due to Godzillasaurus being partially psychic, I think caused that bond to come about. And then once Rodan hatched, that's why he felt so close to his egg brother, even though he knew it wasn't his species. He felt like we've been bonded this long, that's why I care.
Well, it could also just be bad writing.
Perhaps. But not the worst writing we've ever seen.
Oh boy, you'd have to work really hard to match the worst writing we've ever seen.
Yeah, but Now, I will say this. One thing that Ingrid agreed about Space Godzilla was it definitely was the breezer we needed after Mechagodzilla. If we had something just as dark as Mechagodzilla and Destroyer, we'd be even more depressed by the time we got to Destroyer.
Yeah!
So, but I'm not saying that Space Godzilla is not necessary, but at the same time, I do think that it was a palate cleanser you needed. Would you agree with that?
I'm sorry, I was looking at the chat real quick. Can you repeat that one more time?
We were just saying how Space Godzilla kind of like was the palate cleanser you needed after Mechagodzilla going into Destroyer. If they had all three movies in a row be the same writing and darkness levels, it would be more depressing by the time you got to Destroyer.
I guess, but it kind of ruins the mood of the Heisei series in general, being a more gritty version of Godzilla, or going back to the roots of what Godzilla originally was, of being dark.
True, but at the same time, they don't make Godzilla a complete hero. He's more a hero out of necessity, and because Space Godzilla is the most evil of the enemies.
Congratulations, BM.
Oh, awesome!
I'm saying BM because there's another Bianca in the chat.
Oh yeah. Bianca fights the zombies. Yeah.
We have switched to BM.
We need to improve the way that lizards are represented in the media. Too many negative stereotypes. I think the Multiverse Godzilla changes that by having him go back to being heroic, but not a complete good guy. He's like Gamera in that regard.
Well, at least until the third film, the third Godzilla film, Godzilla vs. Kong, where he is a straight-up bad guy for the majority of the film.
I don't think it was so much a bad guy, so much as that the Mecha guy, the Ghidorah head, basically he's kind of like Gamera in Gamera 3. He doesn't care about humanity because he feels there's a bigger issue afoot, which is the Ghidorah head.
True.
So I think it's more
he was just being a giant bully to Kong, though. Well,
Kong was just this. Well, the way I saw it was, and I'll be honest, I'm more Godzilla than Kong. I saw Kong as this brash, like, hey, I'm tough. I'm the hot shit. I can't help it. Godzilla's like, back off, kid.
Oh, I don't. I was definitely on Godzilla's team too. I'm just saying that the first round, Kong was like, oh shit, what the fuck is this thing?
Well, yeah, and I think now in that regard, I'm still trying to figure out what was Godzilla's mindset in that fight.
Well, apparently it was just two alphas.
True, that's very true. Although, here's something interesting. You want to know what Ingrid and I have been cooking up ever since? We saw the Godzilla vs. Kong, but it's also after we did the Gamera movies. We found out doing our own way of continuing the Monsterverse. And one of the things would be bringing in Gamera.
Wow, that's actually pretty cool. Although I am still very much in the camp that they need to just finally make Bagon.
Yes, they do need it, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. That's up to Toho. They should.
They absolutely should. The thing is, he's never been in a fucking movie.
Nope.
They've tried to put him in multiple films.
Mothra's movie. They tried doing a couple of the Godzilla movies.
Yeah, a couple of the Heisei films. And the thing is, I like all the designs and iterations for it.
Oh yeah, I did too.
They were all really fucking cool.
Hold on, I'll get an image so you can see Ingrid, because I know you're probably like, what are these guys talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, their designs are really, really cool and in concept.
Okay, I'm on the wikis. Good one. Let me go to the gallery.
Keep in mind that the original version of Bagon that they imagined had multiple forms that it can change.
It was closer to what they almost would have done in the first original idea for American Godzilla of the Chimera.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about the Chimera.
Have you ever read the comic adaptation?
I have not.
Oh, you should, dude.
I've only seen bits and pieces of the animated series, and I don't even remember it. It was so long ago.
Let me zoom in.
There we go.
Oh.
That's the totem form. That's after it got fucked up.
Right.
Yeah. See
that's the only image they had. Here's the Mothra one. Different variations.
Yeah. It had a bunch of different forms, and each time it got its ass handed to it, it would change forms and heal. Each form had its own little power. Like there was a beast form, a dragon form, an aquatic form, and at the end of the film, all the forms would become this, mass chimera version, what you see in front of you right now.
Right.
So you'd have the dragon, beast, and the aquatic form all in one.
Yeah, try basically like maybe we all work together, we can stop them.
Yeah, that was the original concept, and then they changed it to what we would eventually see in the Super Godzilla movie. The God damn it, Super Godzilla video game.
There we go.
That's the one.
Well, at least that's a version.
That's a version. Yeah, I think there's like 3 different versions of that thing.
Here's the movie studio tour version. Come on, you gotta admit, Ingrid, that looks pretty awesome, doesn't it?
It does look pretty awesome.
And that's pretty much how it is in the game on Super Godzilla. It's pretty much that version.
Yeah, this one right here that you're seeing in front of you is the Super Godzilla one. It's the final boss of the game, where Godzilla has to take the form of Super Godzilla, which is basically Space Godzilla.
Well, you can do it without it, but it's stupid hard.
True.
On Super Godzilla, where's...
I don't think they have a...
Yep.
Oh, there he is.
You see it, Ingrid? Ingrid? Ingrid, do you hear us?
Yes.
Do you see it? Or do I need to zoom in more?
I think a little bit more.
There we go.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah,
But they have an image of him like walking through the city.
Yeah. Let's see if they. No gallery, unfortunately. Not. Well, let me scroll down.
You
wait! Got it.
Because you can see a better look at his.
Like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because there's an image where you can actually see his tusks.
Oh, that's not it. That's from him just shooting his. Oh, look at that big blast!
Ooh.
Yeah, there's the tusks, actually. You can see it in the beam.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that too.
But he's got the head crest, though.
Right. Yeah, dealing with Mecha Gods, King Ghidorah.
Yeah, this is the inspiration for the design of Space Godzilla.
Yep, and it shows big time. But oh, and both of them were designed by the same person, Minoru Yoshida.
Oh, I did not know that.
That's what it says right here. So yeah, but yeah, I mean seriously though, it is a reason Godzilla is the king. Let's be honest, he deserves that title.
Indeed.
And Gamera is awesome. But as the death battle proved, Gamera's always won through retreating, re-strategizing, and coming back.
Yeah, if Godzilla doesn't wipe him off the face of the earth in one blast.
Exactly.
I mean, Godzilla can tank a meteor and blow up a meteor with his beam. You think he's not going to kill Gamera in one shot?
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe not one shot, but...
I don't know, that spiral red beam thing of his is going to...
It depends on the version.
Well, it looked like they were using the Heisei version in the death battle.
I think they were, yeah. But they still gave some of the traits of the other versions.
True, there was some Millennium in there.
Well, and Showa with the doing the tail or riding on his tail and all that.
Oh, that's a joke though. They did that for fan service.
Well, duh. But I gotta say though, with the Millennium movies, my favorite, Ingrid and I's favorite has to be GMK, right, Ingrid?
Yeah.
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%.
I mean, one, it's done by the guy who did the Gamera trilogy, but two, it's just so awesome, and it has a great message. People beams are better. Bianca just, purple. I was about to say people.
I'm about to say people beams.
Purple beam.
I was about to say, like, what? I don't...
Wow, that's autocorrect.
Yeah, autocorrect is the bane of my existence as well, BM.
Yeah, but still though, with like I say, the other ones were not that bad. Like Ingrid, I agree and say, and what we're going to do is when we get to the Godzilla 2000 review, that the 2000 is kind of a blend of Heisei and Showa. It's show us through a high sci filter.
I have a funny story about Godzilla 2000.
Oh, what's that?
So it actually came out in theaters here in America.
Yep.
So in 2000, 2001, whenever it came out in theaters here in America, my father actually took me, my best friend, and my sister to go watch this film. We watched it all the way to the fucking end.
Mm-hmm.
That one final line in the
Godzilla!
movie.
Or the no. I think there's a bit of Godzilla in all of us. That's from the original Japanese!
I know, but everyone in the theater, and I mean everyone in the theater, and it was a packed theater,
groaned
into laughter.
Oh, they laughed it.
Oh my god, it was almost like a 10-minute standing ovation, but in laughter.
But then you're seeing him destroy the entire city!
That's why we were laughing. Because the motherfucker said there's a Godzilla in all of us, and he's destroying the city. I'm like, we were all bursting into laughter watching that.
I guess I'm glad. I'm glad to see that actor because he was in Godzilla Monster Battle for Earth in the high side. Seeing him get a bigger role.
Oh yeah. He was the corporate stooge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love his face. Like,
I hated his daughter in The Reporter though.
The daughter was all right. The reporter got annoying though. Wouldn't you agree, Ingrid? She did get annoying.
Yeah.
I hated them both, honestly. I hated both the daughter and the reporter.
I will say, though, I did like the English dub because they fixed, instead of doing the Hong Kong dub, because I love when you actually hear the commentary track with it. They said they listened to that and they're like, we can't use this. There's so many inaccuracies. That's not even funny. You can't do it. But there's only one line that held over. It's in the beginning when the guys are in the bar and they're like, hey, so long as the beer is cold.
Oh yeah, the teriyaki thing. It's cold, right?
Yeah. That's the only carryover, but everything else.
I have not seen the Japanese.
The Hong Kong dub.
Yeah, I have not seen.
No, I think they got rid of it after.
No, but I'm curious if they kept the bad guy's little catchphrase. I'll send flowers. Crap.
No, all of that, everything. It was a complete rewrite.
Okay, because that got annoying real quickly because he kept saying it.
I'll send flowers. I'll send flowers.
Like, yeah, shut up.
Yeah, I'd get tired of that real fast.
Yeah, but I gotta say, I did love this, how the expression, the fact this guy's just like a mutual friend of mine and Ingrid's, Alex, he and I wanted to do our own review, but we're just like, imagine this guy going to a restaurant, a fast food joint to order something, and he just keeps staring the guy down.
That would be the most awkward fucking moment in...
Well, I know, I'm talking about if we were doing a sketch bit for a review, but just imagine the idea of that, him just like, how may I help you, sir? Okay.
And I'll tell you, oddly enough, my favorite character in that film was actually the guy with the glasses. I can't remember his fucking name.
Oh yeah, I know. The guy who's the friend on one, but he betrays him to help the military guy and then feels bad.
Actually my favorite. His character progression throughout the film.
Oh yeah.
From, the guy's lackey to, actually doing the right thing at the end.
Exactly. Although, Orga does the dumbest thing could ever do with Godzilla. You never get point blank range.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have his cells. You've been studying him, and
you think, okay, I'll eat him, and this will be fine. And that moment, I always say that moment when he's like, it is at this moment that Orga realized he fucked up.
With his eyes bulge.
He's like, oh shit.
I was like, all right, errors have been made.
And he did that. It's just like, but then I did like how then when you got to Mega Gyrus, the next movie, I did like how it's in a completely alternate continuity. This is the original Godzilla not defeated.
Though I hated every single freaking human character in that movie.
Ingrid, didn't you like the girl in that one, I think? The pilot, I think?
Oh yeah, Kiriko!
Yeah!
I liked her. I liked her a lot.
I felt she was kind of bitchy for no reason, but, to each their own.
Yeah, but
I didn't like any of the other characters.
I'll be honest, that is my least, besides it's my second least favorite next to Final Wars.
Though it does have a really cool shot where Godzilla tanks the satellite.
Oh yeah, but I guess just the idea. But I do not like how much like we would get in GMK. Why do you take him out and then it's like Toho doesn't want to end with Godzilla defeated, so they have to tease his return at the very end, even though they're not going to follow up on it.
Also, realistically, killing Godzilla with a black hole on our own planet is the dumbest idea.
Oh, I agree, but that is even more show than 2000 was.
I'm just saying that black hole would suck up the Earth within like 2 years.
Yeah, well, that's why they have it be a temporary black hole.
It's a temporary one? Oh, okay.
It was always meant to be a temporary. That's why they always had a short window. They open it and then it's closed.
Okay, I need to watch it again. It's one of the worst.
Well, I don't think they clarify it, but I think just by looking at it, it's clear it's a temporary black hole.
Still so fucking stupid.
No worse than we've got from the other Showa movies.
Or the stupid rocket from Gamera 1.
I was about to say! Okay, Ingrid, you care to tell him about how you and I reacted when we got to that?
If it's not like immense laughter, I'm going to be disappointed.
Oh, it was. We were just like, what are they planning? And then the funny thing is, once we found out the rocket, I'm like, what are they going to send him to? Mars? We'll be sending him to Mars. I was joking!
Oh my god.
Remember, Ingrid, I literally said that? I was like, what are they sending him to? Mars?
And completely made that pointless at the very beginning of the next film.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Ingrid and I agreed, if we were to do our own take, you know how we would stop? If we kept the just Gamera as the first villain, the way they would stop us, they'd overfeed him. Put him in a food coma.
I honestly, when I first watched the movie, I thought that was the route they were going, but no, they went in quite possibly the stupidest possible.
And how did they rush that rocket that fast, even when you have the entire world working together?
Yeah, I don't know how you can build something of that size.
It's still a lot better than in one of the later movies where the entire world, every nation decides, oh, there's this American-Japanese boy up on this planet. We're going to surrender so they don't get hurt.
No, fucking blow them all up too.
Yeah, which one was that, Ingrid? I forget. That was
that one was Virus.
Virus, yes.
Yeah.
That's correct.
That was the dumbest.
Difficulty muting and unmuting. Here is the laughter to Gamera being sent to Mars that you missed.
Well, we sent Bianca. They sent Godzilla to Planet X once.
Oh yeah, but the same with Gamera went to Planet X too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. It was the Virus one, but yeah, that was one of the ones you and I were groaning, weren't we, Ingrid?
Just like no, this wouldn't happen that way. I mean, sure, it'd be a bad PR move, but at the same time, it's just like.
So when Virus was getting like really big, when he was absorbing the other Virus.
Oh, I love the dub. I love the dub version of that line. How they actually reveal they replaced the humans as opposed to saying they were wearing suits. No, they actually had to be. They killed the humans and took over. That's one of the rare cases where the dub was scarier than the actual Japanese.
Well, I was actually going to point out
they managed to do that.
I was actually going to point out that when Virus was getting bigger, the front tentacle looked like a penis.
Ah, never noticed.
And now you'll never get that out of your head when you watch it again.
That's assuming we ever watched it again, because that's one of the ones I would say that you could skip basically and miss nothing.
Oh, also,
well, you can skip everything after 3.
You know, I would say this, but the funny thing though is that Ingrid and I are in agreement that only in the kid Toshio and then again Super Monster are the worst. All the other kids pale. They never got any worse than Toshio and then the kid until Super Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes dubs are a sacred blessing. Yeah, I will agree with that.
Yeah, but would you agree with what we were just saying? That Toshio, from the first movie, he was the worst. Every other kid, no matter how annoying they got, they never got as bad as Toshio did. Okay,
so one of my previous occupations was working with special needs kids. All of them would be smarter than him.
Yeah, it's because him thinking, that's my turtle! Hey, that's my turtle! And the kid, get out of the way!
What are you doing, kid?
I kept wishing he would die. Like, every single fucking time. When he got on the train, I was like, please, Stay on
Just
the train.
die!
Just die already.
Speaking of trains, that reminds me in the Godzilla, the first of the Heisei era, just that bit where you don't see Gauss eating everyone, but you know they did it because you see the kids listening to the music. We didn't see him just rip it open, head down. Next thing we know, we see the tape discarding. You're like, oh shit, he ate them!
Mm-hmm.
I love the subtlety of that.
Mm-hmm.
No, Raymond, what?
No, Ray, what happened?
I'm curious what I said that she doesn't like. I will answer her question about Planet X. That was actually from the film Monster Zero or...
Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster.
No,
Invasion of the Astro Monster.
Invasion of the Astro Monster.
Which, as Inga and I put it, was basically just a do-over of Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. With a higher budget.
I'll be honest.
Still likes the Three-Headed Monster better, though.
Three-Headed Monster was way better.
And it's the only time we had Ghidorah being his own villain, not mind-controlled.
True.
We never would get him again until Rebirth. In fact, there's only been 3 times he's been on his own. On his first appearance, Rebirth of Mothra 3, and Godzilla King of the Monsters.
I'll never understand why we needed Nick Adams to be Monster Zero. I don't get that.
I think that he was a name at the time and all that. And I think that's because they were in conjunction with the American studio. Oh, the kid talking about that's my turtle. Oh, that's why.
Oh no, that kid needs to die.
He does. Ingrid, even you have to agree, right? He was too dumb to live.
It's like he really should have been dead during that movie, and the fact
I kept yelling at the freaking TV whenever one of the adults would stop him from committing suicide, and I'm like, no, let him do it.
But that's one of the few benefits of the American, the American edit of it. There's very less of him, a lot less of him.
I just like the one saving grace is like the next film after that for Gamera, no kids.
And then even the one after that was Gauss. The kid was one of the best kids. Ichi.
Yeah.
Ichi.
No, BM. Fuck Innocence. If you watch the first Gamera film, you'd agree. This kid.
Yeah, you would agree. This kid needed to die.
Yeah, Innocence can only net you so many freaking browning points. I'm sorry. I love kids and all that.
Same here.
I used to work with special needs kids. I love them to death, but holy God.
And hey, Igor and I would qualify under one of those to a degree growing up. And it's like, yeah, even we agree. Die!
Yeah,
but again, Ichi was the best. He set the standard for best kids. And then
third film, right?
Yeah, from the third film.
Yeah, he was okay. He was not nearly as bad as the other ones.
Yeah, he was the one that was not that annoying. He was actually a good, a kid who didn't get in the way. There was only the few times where the humans were being competent. I mean, their idea to spin Gauss around until he got dizzy, not a bad plan.
I just think it's weird that the kid knew more about the monsters than the fucking adults did.
Actually, they didn't go. I think he was more summing up what they were overcomplicatingly thinking. I think that's how you look at it with Ichi. He more looked at it from a child's innocence.
Yeah, I guess you can see it that way, but
still, though, the kid from Super Monster was way worse than even Toshi.
Yeah, it's
he was basically Toshi. He was basically a redo of Toshi made worse.
It's like it was already bad. Why are you? It's like it's already a blackened burnt mess. Why'd you throw it on the grill again?
Bianca, what's that in English?
Ichi. I don't know what that means.
Is that from an anime?
But I will also say this though. I do feel though in the high side Gamera trilogy, I really liked Asagi. In fact, that's Steven Seagal's daughter.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I like her. I like her a lot.
In fact,
she
sort of feels a little bit like Gamera's equivalent of Mickey, a little bit.
Somewhat. Although I find it kind of weird. Like biologically, she doesn't have any of her father's features.
I think that's, if I recall right, Japanese features dominate.
Okay. There are numbers from 1 to 6 in Japanese.
Ah.
Ichi, ni, san, shi, go, roku.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I got a Roku on my TV right now.
Oh, so that means 6?
Yeah, I guess. But as
Okay.
as I was saying though, but in fact, when Ingrid and I were coming up with our own how to continue the Multiverse, we would have Miki working with Asagi. You know what I mean? But we would have it be in our version. There would be no beads. It turns out that Asagi would be a descendant of one of the ancient Atlanteans that last bonded with Gamera.
Mm-hmm. Which I think makes a little bit more sense.
Just so long as they don't make the whole Japanese race.
Oh no! It's like
Atlanteans.
No. The way we saw it was the Atlanteans spread across the globe.
Okay.
I
would think the most interesting thing from that whole Atlantean thing came in the third film when they found the graveyard of Gamera's.
Oh yes!
I wanted to know more of that. That's what I love. I love that film.
I will be right back. I gotta grab one of the that big comic that's in the box set because I don't know if you ever heard of Matt Frank, the artist. He's done a lot of big giant kaiju artwork.
I've heard of it. I've never read it.
It collects his doujin. It collects the fan doujin he did.
Yeah, I'm aware of its existence. I've just never read it.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna go get it. Hold on.
God damn that frickin' bookshelf of his. My wallet cries whenever I see it. Oh, hi, Hominus. How you doing today?
Here it is. It includes not just the doujin. It includes not just the doujin, but the Dark Horse comic that's in between movies 1 and 2 of the High Side trilogy. And they actually bring in more of the Showa monsters.
Yeah.
But hold on, where is it? There's Hominus. Hey, Hominus. But hold on, let me find.
How's everybody doing? Bianca, did you leave and come back?
Look.
Oh god, I love that art.
Yeah.
Oh god, there's so many cameras there. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's playing up on the fight.
Oh, cool. Show what? No,
show all. Showa. But you know what? But here's something that Ingrid and I came up with as well. Tell me if you remember this, Ingrid. The idea was we actually have it be that Iris came to Earth first, and crashed on Earth. They found him while he was dormant, and they would create some of the other guardians, and then eventually he would awaken. The guardians would actually work together to take him out. The guardians would actually be not just Gamera, but the other monsters from the Showa era. They used to be good.
I remember that. That was a pretty neat idea, though it's certainly been quite a while. It's just like...
Yeah, wow. But...
I've lost all sense of time, because that was at a roughly just before this time last year that we were watching the Gamera movie.
Yeah!
Oh,
wow!
Okay. Yep. Hold on. Side tangent, Robert.
Yep.
You had a Kingpin talk with Hominus?
No, at stream. You left by that point.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And he made it very clear. He mostly agrees with me. And but at the same time, like there's some stuff he does have a little bit of disagreement with, but for the most part, he does side on my side.
As opposed
once I told him, because he said his issue was there wasn't enough Michael Clark Duncan, to which I said, watch the director's cut.
I don't think I've ever seen the director's cut for that movie.
It's on for free on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Well, free with ads.
Oh.
Hey, but it's better than renting it. It's better than renting it.
Free with ads. I don't suppose I can circumvent that by just having YouTube Premium, right?
Yeah, you can circumvent it with YouTube Premium. I circumvent it with YouTube Premium.
That's okay. I have Premium, so that's a plus.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, though, but now again, there's so many of the kaiju's, but let me ask, what makes a good kaiju movie for you two? Like, what separates the average from the stellar?
Human plot.
Human plot?
The human plot. It's what you see most of the time. If it's not interesting, then the movie suffers for it.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's definitely... There's really been a lot of points where it's just like, yeah, monster fighting, it's fun, it's what we're here for, but it's sort of like, yeah, the monster fighting is kind of like the main entree of it, but like the human plot is sort of like the various other like spices, side dishes, like garnishings or whatever have you.
Which is why I love the high
side in there.
Which is why I like the high side so much. It's the human plot is integral to the rest of the movie. If you're like so many of the other human plots in the Showa era where not you could cut them out. You'd have a short monster fight, but monster film, but yeah.
Well, the
Heisei there's a direct cause and effect plot from the human plot into like the monster one.
Yeah, there's not only that, but the Heisei era in general, it's just a continuous long plot.
Yeah, it's a serial.
Yeah, it's like characters. There's an actual continuity to it. They know where they're going with the story in the various installments.
Yeah. I gotta say, it's like the Craig Bond movies.
Yeah, it's not like the Showa era where it's all loosely, and I mean incredibly. Loosely.
The only thing we know for certain is Destroyer Monsters is the grand finale chronologically.
Chronologically, yeah, and Raids Again is the second appearance of Godzilla and first of Anguirus.
Anguirus, yes, and that's our boy, Ingrid and I's boy. We love him over Rodan.
It's just like, this should have been Godzilla's best bud, not Rodan.
And Godzilla being trapped in ice at the end of that film ties directly into the next film of Kong.
Well, they literally put him on ice for about 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But by the time they came back, they had perfected the kaiju formula. Because it's so obvious with Raise Again, they were flailing. They were just like, "What do we do? We've never done this before."
Yeah, it was not a good film.
Nope. It's not. Originally, when we did our show, a retrospective, we rated it near the bottom. Then Ingrid and I realized it's not that low, so we raised it up a little bit, not too high, but a few notches.
No, there are far worse. There's Godzilla's
Revenge.
Revenge.
Yep.
Oh,
which, to be fair,
that movie? Why?
It was a fever dream.
Actually, here's something I found out. It's set in the real world.
Yeah,
the monsters never existed. The monsters did not really exist.
Yeah, the kid plays with a Godzilla toy. It's all his imagination. It's a dream.
Also, I gotta say, the one movie I definitely feel gets a lot of flack and it doesn't deserve, and it's way better shot than it ever deserves to be, and that's Smog. I was gonna say, Hedorah, Smog Monster.
Yeah.
No, Hedorah. I love that movie.
So do I. Although, what the fuck is up with the fish heads?
Yeah.
What was up with a lot of the freaky imagery in that film?
But it had one of the highest body counts until GMK.
True. A lot of kids. I think even didn't the main brother die?
The older brother, yes.
Him and his girlfriend died.
No, not the girlfriend, just the brother. The girlfriend ran off.
Yeah,
he got hit by those. He got hit. He was one of those who charged against him. He got splattered, fell down, and then turned to a skeleton.
God, I'm so glad. That was stupid.
Yeah, that's what we said. They said that guy was dumb. Although, the one thing that annoyed me, why was the dad always laying down? It felt like it was in his contract. I want to lay down the whole most of the movie. Did it feel that way? It felt like, did the actor have it signed that he had to lay down? So they had to have this car nearby so he could lay down the whole time?
Pretty much. Bianca, monsters are always in my head. Not a day goes by where I don't think of monsters.
Now, I will say this. Ingrid and I did put ourselves through the Peter Jackson full extended edition movie.
Oh, God, you did?
Yeah.
For some mad reason, we did it.
Why would
and the funny thing is, each time a new location would happen, we feel like, okay, we're feeling good again because things change, and then it would get to the point where we're like, move on. And then we're like, oh, okay.
Even the normal version of that film is move on.
Yeah, I mean, we soon realized that. But it's the version I had because of all the special features on it.
Yeah, because even like the normal version of that movie, it's like, okay, move it along, please.
And that's it. The boat, especially. The boat, especially.
Oh god, the boat part of it was so boring as hell.
No, I would say this though. Jack Black. I don't get why people give him so much flack. He did a good job, a lot better than he's done in other movies.
Oh, I liked him. He was the best part of that film. In my
opinion. Yeah. No, is he the exact same as the original actor? No, very different interpretation of the character, but that's why it worked. But I love how each time he's like, it's going to be dedicated to the man and who died, and his family's going to. But it's like, I have to wonder, I personally feel he meant it when he would say that. I think he's the kind of guy who would have honored any agreements he'd had.
Oh, yeah, he would have done that. I just love the way he said it at the moment he said it.
Oh, yeah, because he's breaking. He is cracking.
Yeah, it's the way he said it made me laugh.
Yeah.
The first time I was like, okay, I believed you, and the second time I was like, this is getting hilarious. You're still.
It's getting hilarious, but again, I think that second time he just lost it. That he's just like, yeah, the first time you think he's dismissing it, but I think, and here's the other thing: with the first guy, I think he would have dismissed it, but the second one drove him like, nope, I mean it, I am going to do it. Because I don't think,
yeah, finish the film by the end of the. But
then the camera got smashed.
Yep, and then he switched gears to just taking Kong.
Well, that's why Peter Jackson wanted to keep that sequence in there, so the camera could get lost, and now he has no choice but to take Kong.
Out of curiosity, did any of you two ever play the video game adaptation of that movie?
I have it. I have not gone to it yet, but I am aware of the alternate ending where you could have Kong survive.
I love that video game.
It is one of the best movie video games, from what I understand.
It really is. It's really fun. It really fucking is. Just forewarning before you ever play it. Don't waste all of your machine gun ammo. Mm-hmm. It is really hard to come by in that game.
Oh, jeez, that's what I've heard.
Really hard. You'll be switching to sticks most of the time.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
And raptors are a bitch.
Ah, jeez. Okay, thanks for the warning.
Sounds interesting, but I already have like 50 other games in my backlog.
I got hundreds of games on my backlog.
Don't even get me started.
In fact, I gotta get a new external drive just to transfer a bunch of them over.
I mean, frick, I got an SD card for my phone since I've been getting more into mobile gaming.
But yeah, though, I mean, but yeah, we watched that Kong movie, and it still wasn't bad, but I can see why, for obvious reason, you had to make Kong bigger, and that's what I liked about Kong Skull Island for a multitude of reasons. One, it wasn't a remake; it was a spiritual adaptation, but it was more broad-stroking everything. Mm-hmm. And Brie Larson was at her best in that movie.
It's like, really? This is the same actress who played Captain Marvel? Wouldn't have guessed it if you never told me.
Honestly, I actually, she wasn't a plank of wood, at least in that film.
Yeah, and her with Tom Hiddleston and Sam Jackson are like Loki, Carol, and Fury.
I know, it was
perfect. And boy, Sam Jackson killed it!
It's like,
I loved him. He was the best part of that movie.
And John Goodman wasn't that bad either. I wish he didn't get killed off so soon.
Was that the one who kept writing letters to his son?
No. John Goodman was the main head of Monarch.
Oh, John Goodman. Oh, okay, John Goodman. Yeah, John Goodman was amazing in that film too. But
yeah, John Goodman was good.
Sam Jackson stole the show though.
Oh yeah, he did. And what's his name? Wreck-It Ralph. What's his name? The actor who played Wreck-It Ralph. John C. Reilly. I did not expect him to be as good as he was. I thought, oh, good, he's going to be comedic. And no, he played it so straight and respectful. He was, the guy from World War. He was the World War I vet, World War II vet that crash landed on there.
He was the second best character in the movie.
Yeah, especially when he has the sword, samurai sword from the Japanese, guy that crashed under with him. And again, how respectful he was.
Honestly, the part that got to me was when he started singing.
Oh yeah.
We'll meet again. I honestly, that was a very moving moment.
Yeah, and again, it shows the range the guy had. He can still be silly because he's been stuck there for so long, but the guy is not a clown.
Yeah, especially the ending where he goes to see his wife and his
and it's the actor who played his younger self in the beginning.
Yep,
just was Munchops.
I just really liked the look on his wife's face and the look on his face, like, yeah, I'm real.
And she's like, huh?
It was one.
And even his son's like, so you're my dad, huh?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's just like, yep. And he's like, yep.
And I'm like, okay, but did she remarry at some point?
I don't think they. I think it's a big to imply that she didn't. But still, but again, that movie was just so good, and it was a good setup.
Ooh, that's a good price for an iPad, BM.
Oh yeah, nice. But yeah, like I said, it was a good setup for the next, for King of the Monsters, which is our number one of the entire franchise, is King of the Monsters.
Though I didn't like, what was the name of the black kid from Kong Skull Island?
Oh, you mean the one? Well, first of all, he's in King of the Monsters as well.
I know he's in King. That's what I'm about to bring up. It's just that you don't.
Well, he did go through a character growth with the Asian girl throughout that movie.
It's just that I didn't know it was him my first time watching it. I thought it was just a random black guy. They didn't say his name, and this is back when I knew his name when I first watched King of the Monsters.
Right. But still, like I said, just throughout that movie, King of the Monsters, though, so good, and to find out also that the two scientists are technically this version of the twins, the Cosmos or whichever.
Yep.
And that there's a delete bit where you find out, they're from a family of twins, and they have twins of their own. You're like, wow, that's a huge family then if all the women have twins.
Yeah, they're all twins, and it's just like, oh, that's awesome.
It is. It's a good detail.
Also, I love that actress too. She was in Rush Hour 2.
Oh yeah. I remember. But I just love that look on her face when she goes for Zirazawa. And again, Bear McCrazy's music, he did wonders to Ikafube. He truly captured so much of it. But King of the Monsters has my favorite moment in the entire franchise. That moment after Shirazawa sends off the nuke and they're up on top and Godzilla just comes right out of the water and the music is just blasting and everything. It's just like... And then that moment when he glares at them and he just stares them down before he moves on. Everything there, that was quintessential Godzilla for me.
My favorite scene of that film is actually the first fight between Godzilla and Ghidorah at the
ice. Why did they have to kill that one woman from the last movie? Why did they have to kill her?
That broke my heart. I liked her.
I did too. It's just like, and she went down like a bitch. I hate to say that, but she did. It was just like...
But the cool part of that scene was the first time Godzilla used his atomic breath.
Oh yeah,
the music accompanying that bit as the lights were going up Godzilla's spine.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yes. And now, granted, the first time in the first movie, the first movie was just as big, like but you know what I call that for the Garth Edwards movie? Teasing it teases the movie because it was all teases. That's all it did. It teased you.
Yeah, and we got everything. Everything was paid forward in the next film.
Oh yeah, but throughout that one, I'm just like, I mean, again, it was necessary, but of course, why did Bryan Cranston have to get killed off? You could have just made him paraplegic, keep him in a chair. You didn't have to have him around that much. Why did they have to kill him off?
And left us with this plank of a wood son.
Which is so ironic that he's Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch as husband and wife when they're brother and sister in the MCU.
I know. I was trying to explain that to my dad. It was freaking hilarious when he just realized, like, oh yeah, wait. It's like, yeah, like he was like, oh. But he kind of adjusted really quickly because my dad's like into watching like Game of Thrones and shit like that, so incest is not like a thing he's not supposed to, I guess.
Yeah,
but not like something he's not used to seeing.
But again, and I told you this before during one of the earlier streams, and that was the big shocker Ingrid and I had when we saw Rebirth of Monsters 3, is that, again, we kept thinking, they probably took a lot from Ghidorah's Three-Headed Monster. Then we're like, no, they took most of it from Rebirth 3.
Of the Monsters Ghidorah from. It's just like, damn, Wasn't expecting that one.
I mean,
that regeneration thing was awesome.
Yeah, the regeneration, how evil he is, him being the space invader again.
Yeah,
No
then
mind
there's
control.
just the moment where it's like we had the first trip of going back through time, where it's just like, oh, he's gone. But wait, why do we still remember him? We shouldn't remember him. And then, bam, he's back. I just thought it's just like, damn, that is just some of the more tight time travel writing I've seen.
Better than Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like...
Yeah.
And that one
it's just like, damn, that is
Which scene?
Oh, from King of the Monsters, when they're flying through the storm.
Oh, yeah!
Because they know they're heading towards Ghidorah to lead Rodan to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then the moment we just start seeing the heads, kind of going up and down, up and down, up and down. And then all of a sudden, wings spread.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, my other favorite moment, though, was that moment where you have Godzilla and the military all behind them. Just you hear the music blaring, and it's like, yeah, bum 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 bum.
Yep, that was a much better rendition than when they tried that kind of crap in Jurassic World with Chris Pratt riding with the Velociraptors.
I don't know if that was going for Godzilla.
No, it wasn't. I'm just saying that it's kind of a similar kind of scene where humans and the animal.
Oh yeah, but yeah, here though it just felt so good, and Chief, the girl,
Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, but what was her character's name?
Shit, I only know was Millie Bobby Brown.
Madison. Yeah, I liked her. I liked all of the humans except for the mom. The mom was such a royal bitch.
And she's playing the same kind of royal bitch in Hawkeye.
Oh, Sally Hawk. No, not Sally Hawk. That was the other girl, lady. What was her name?
She has a weird name.
Oh, Vera Farmiga.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, and she's in the Conjuring movies.
She's better in those movies. I liked her in those movies.
I don't blame her for her acting, but I do blame the writing. Or they're trying to make us sympathize with her, but she's doing all this stuff that's horrible.
Yeah, I was like, you deserve to die, lady. I'm sorry.
But Charles Dance was amazing.
A waste of a freaking good actor, though.
True.
Did you know about when he was interviewed for that movie? The best.
Yeah, he was a bit dismissive, but then kind of rolled back his dismissiveness a little bit.
I remember what he said. He said the best part about working on that film was the catering.
but then he got backpedaled on that a little bit.
He did, but that's how he really felt, though. He had to backpedal, even though that's his real thoughts. He just backpedaled because everyone's like, nope, stop, go back.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
But he did not really enjoy working on that film. He just did it for a paycheck, I'm assuming.
But like a lot of actors of his caliber, though, he brought his A game.
Oh yeah, I mean, God bless the man. He always brings his A game, no matter what he's doing.
You know what still was one of my favorite roles for him is Bennett from Last Action Hero. Hominis, yes, your comments are getting through. Sorry, we're not responding. Sorry.
Apologies, my friend.
But the bad guy in Last Action Hero, I loved him in that.
Honestly, the first film I ever saw him in was in Underworld. What was the fourth film?
Hold on.
He was the father of the other of the
Awakening.
Yeah, he was the father of the pretty boy vampire.
Right, and he was in Blood Wars.
Yeah, but he was in Blood Wars only as a what do you call it?
Cameo.
Not a cameo. Flashbacks.
Flashbacks. But according to this, though, it wasn't used footage.
Oh, okay. Well, even still, it was still portrayed as a flashback, as it was just showing, hey, he banged what's her name?
Right.
Amelia.
Right, but he does. Anybody seriously, he's all. But again, I just loved him. Like I said in Last Action Hero, that was just such a great, a great one of the highlighted villains in a movie like that. You would not expect to have such a great villain.
Yeah, he's good in everything that he's in. he's easily one of the best parts of any film that he's a part of.
Mm-hmm.
And but he's playing in the new Sandman adaptation on Netflix.
Oh, hold on. Let me look. I actually have he's Roderick Burgess.
The Netflix
adaptation. He's the Demon King.
Okay, so here's the thing. I've never read Sandman, so this is gonna be my first time experiencing anything Sandman.
Right.
But anyways, back to Godzilla.
But but again, aside from the mom, everything of the human plot worked. That's why it bothers me when I see people complain about it. I'm like, did we watch the same movie?
Oh, that's correct, Hominis. He was in Dracula Untold. I forgot about that.
Right. I mean, Raymond, why do you think people do not like the human plot of King of the Monsters? Because it's like, it's definitely one of the better ones that we've seen in a Godzilla movie.
It's one of the better ones, I guess, but there's still a lot of stupid decisions being made.
Better than the decisions made on... Sorry.
Mostly due to the mom. The mom is the main offender of the stupid decisions.
Oh, and agreed. I agree with all of that. But I thought Shirazawa was sacrificed. I was upset.
Wait, I've never heard of anyone complain about Serizawa's sacrifice.
Oh, I didn't, but I've heard some people say waste of a great actor.
No, he went out like a G.
Yeah, he did. I agree with that. I think he did. And I think that the only fault was that we had to get his very mishandled version of a son in the next movie.
Oh, yeah, that was so much.
The next one, the next movie had so much wrong with it.
It was fun to watch, but...
Oh, yeah, it was fun to watch, and the Kong side of the human plot was the best part.
Oh,
but
no,
yeah,
no,
what
hold
was
on.
that
I got words
Godzilla
for that
plot,
one.
really?
Oh, what's that?
I have words for the Kong plot.
What's that?
So the bad guys of Apex. So the father of the bitchy chick and the Serizawa's son showed up at what's his name's little boiler room hangout place, and they told him what they were planning to do. They want to get to the center of the Earth to get that Godzilla energy stuff or the Godzilla energy stuff, so they can fight Godzilla. However, when they finally get to that point, everyone starts freaking out. No, you can't do that. I'm like, bitch, that's the whole point. We went down there.
I think it's more because the other side started being more threatening about it. They decided to revert the type and be evil for the sake of evil.
That was stupid. No, they didn't even do that. All it was like the chick kind of went off on her own and is like, okay, we're going to do this. And then the other chick, the Kong's caretaker, was like, no, you can't do that. I'm like...
You're right. I think it was because by that point they felt so bad about manipulating Kong that they finally chickened out the last second.
I guess, but it's
no, I agree. That point I didn't like. I meant everything leading up to before the fight. All of the other stuff.
Or the mysterious disappearance of the whole.
Yeah. Whereas then all of a sudden, and then it's a lot better than the Godzilla portion where they're just like blind luck the whole way through.
I'm talking about the little portal hole thing that they used to get to the center of the Earth, and then completely forgotten about when Godzilla drills to the center of the Earth.
I think that's more so that's the natural way. Godzilla just drilling through it was a separate way.
And holy shit, that is the strongest Godzilla atomic breath ever.
Definitely, for it to go straight down like that.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
It was, and that ticked off Kong. Again, Kong is just a angry young adult teenager who's just lashing out, and Godzilla's just like, bitch, like I said, bitch, please, sit down.
Get off my lawn, kid.
Basically.
I mean, the fact that, I love it though, that we actually finally got a definitive answer.
Yeah, Godzilla wins.
And again, just seeing him on his all fours, I never thought we'd see that, and it did not look and it didn't look stupid at all.
I know, it was amazing to watch him go that feral.
He had enough of that shit. He's just like, okay, you want to go?
Yeah, Godzilla beat the shit out of Kong.
But then the looks, and that's the one thing I love about Godzilla vs. Kong, the look on their faces throughout, the facial expressions.
Oh, like that grin.
Oh, the grin.
That grin.
But then that look on his face, though, when he and Kong are dealing with Mechagodzilla's still winning, and that look, he's like, oh, like you can see that look of terror on Godzilla's face before he realizes, shoot the blast at the axe.
Like, oh yeah, and that showed that these monsters are way fucking smarter than they let on.
Exactly, and I guess
that's also really great. It's sort of like they're proper characters.
Yep, and I guess also
it works scientifically because look at the size of these damn things. How big are their brains?
Yeah, and that's what always bothered me of the original Godzilla vs. King Kong when they say Godzilla has a tiny brain whereas Kong is a thinking animal. I'm like, did you watch the other two movies?
I know. Godzilla freaking shook hands with Jet Jaguar.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the original Godzilla vs. Kong, so you only had the first two movies. Yeah. And they're saying Godzilla is a small brain, whereas Kong has a big brain. I'm like, you're just trying to stack the deck in Kong's favor, aren't you? Now, to be fair, we got to remember the context. Back when that movie was shot, Kong was the preferred person. Godzilla was the underdog. People forget that. Godzilla was not favored back then. Kong was more the favored person in both America and Japan when they did that movie.
Bianca, when you go to see that movie for the first time, just be prepared for a lot of logical flaws in that film.
Yeah, I will not. Ingrid, you and I will not argue that, right?
Yeah, we're not arguing that at all.
I mean, we
didn't. It's a turn your brain off and watch the pretty fight.
We still rank it above the Garth Edwards movie, but not that much.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah, but there are things that are going to make you scratch your head.
But still, the fact that, given how, it still shocks me how Mechagodzilla is taller than Godzilla!
Yeah, seriously.
That was like a big shocker of how huge, and you really did. This is one of the biggest Godzillas we've ever had.
Just, ugh.
I'm surprised they never tried to one-up Shin.
Actually, they did. You do know technically the anime trilogy is the biggest.
I know. Earth Godzilla,
Actually, the American one did grow a few inches by King of the Monsters, so it is bigger than Shin.
Is it? It wasn't. I mean, Shin wasn't that much bigger than.
But technically, it's still been considered the biggest until Godzilla Earth.
What?
The Hanna-Barbera version.
Oh yeah.
Really now?
30 stories high.
30 stories high. He breathes.
The father, his head in the sky. Godzilla and Gods. Okay, we dodged this when talking about the Heisei. Minya or Junior?
Oh, Junior all the way. Fuck Minya.
Yeah.
Is this even a question?
Well, remember you initially defended Junior when you first saw Son of Godzilla, Ingrid.
I think you're mixing them up.
Yeah, you just mixed them up.
Minya is Showa, Junior.
Minya, that's what I meant. Minya. You defended Minya in Son of Godzilla originally.
But yeah, that was before I'd seen the Heisei one, and as it turns out, I actually realized that there is a point where my cousins were on vacation and they were watching a Godzilla movie marathon, and I only realized that once we watched the movie marathon, it's like, oh, that's the Heisei Mechagodzilla movie that I saw a bit of.
And again, Junior is one of my favorite monsters. Just seeing the growth. Even when he's this cute little Minya-like form as little Godzilla in Space Godzilla, he worked, and I gotta say, give me the little atomic bubbles over the puff ring.
I would have preferred they not have a little Godzilla at all.
True, but it gave Godzilla incentive.
I guess. I don't think it's warranted. He's still Godzilla.
True, but also you couldn't ignore him between that and going into him being Junior. You had to explain where he was.
Yes, Homidus, the story of Godzilla vs. Kong is the worst in the of all the legendary movies.
I still say Garth Edwards is by comparison because of how boring it gets.
Boring is not worse than just batshit insane.
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah. The thing is, Homidus, you will be entertained. You just do not.
Yeah, you will be. You will be entertained. Yes.
Don't think about it.
Just go in and enjoy the show.
Yeah.
It's like this is what you turn on at the end of the workday to just.
Then them both fighting a big robot.
Yeah, just monkey fights lizard, then monkey and lizard fight big robot. That's all.
And I will just say this. For a last second edition, Mechagodzilla is one of the best I've seen in a lot of movies in the past decade or so.
Oh, I loved his inclusion in the film.
Yeah, I mean, it's way better than so much of the Marvel villain shows up at the very end.
I just didn't like how they got rid of all the human villains. That was bull.
Oh yeah, it turns out apparently Charles Dance's character sold off the head to Apex. That's what the novel says anyway.
Yeah, what a waste.
Yeah, it's like you have his head. Now, apparently the head didn't regenerate, which makes no sense.
It's still sentient somehow.
Right. And the fact is that's Kevin!
I know, the nicest or the curious one.
Now, here's the big question, though. Was he still Kevin, or did the main head redevelop its brain into Kevin's head?
It couldn't have, because that head was ripped off in the ocean by Godzilla when they got hit by the
True, but I'm just saying, no. And when you look into it, which one's the dominant personality? The main head. What if he regenerated into Kevin's brain?
I guess, but honestly, I think Kevin just grew some stones.
I know. Well, that too. But also, from what I understand, again, the novel says what we get with Mechagodzilla, it's actually a fusion of Kevin and Shirazawa's mind.
Mm-hmm.
They never say his name throughout the entire film.
I know. And again, the fact is apparently he got a god complex. They hinted that, but they never showed it.
Although he did show some restraint.
Yeah. Yeah, but
some restraint. That to his credit, he showed some restraint. So there was something there. It was just never explored.
And then he died.
Yep, and then he died. And then I'm like, why?
I didn't mind the bad guy, the other human guy dying. He deserved it.
Yeah, although I think he died. I think he died way before he should have, because he should have found out that his daughter died first.
Oh yes, he should have found that. Although I gotta say, I did like them jump-starting Kong's heart.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, the idea of Kong knowing sign language—that's a brilliant idea.
It is.
And they got a real deaf girl to actually play the deaf girl.
Yeah. Oh, but here's the other thing. When Ingrid and I came with our idea of, if we were bringing Gamera into the Monsterverse, we would have had Ingrid show as well and have it be that he and Gamera are best buds.
Yeah.
And actually, he's also good buds with Godzilla, so he feels like, why are my two friends fighting? And then at the very end, we hear that no Kong would not appear in the movie until the very end of the post credit, where he just comes out like, "What was going on? Nothing. Okay."
I guess
I'm sorry.
I think that I guess that could work. I'm not convinced, honestly, because King Kong is kind of like a.
Well, no, he's now the king of the center of the earth, the Hollow Earth.
Yeah, unless Godzilla decides to move in. Which
I don't think he will. I guess, what did you think about Skull Island being now devastated to the point of nothing, and that the tribe was wiped out?
Off screen.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I'm like, what a waste!
That was dumb.
It was dumb. I mean, I get why you want to give him a reason to go down, to go to the Hollow Earth. Let's see, the Hollow Earth was sneaking its way through Skull Island. Why wasn't there an entrance there then?
Well, here's the thing. There are Hollow Earth little portal ways all over the planet.
Right, but the biggest one was...
Yeah. Godzilla was using them to travel the planet. They established this in King of the Monsters.
Right.
I don't get why Godzilla just didn't hop to the nearest fucking portal instead of drilling to the center of the Earth with his... I mean, that looked cool.
I think it was faster. I think in his mind it's faster, and he feels although something's wrong beneath my feet.
And also, I want to know more of that fucking story that was being told on the cave.
Oh yeah, what is going on?
That was fascinating.
How did they get the axe? How did we get the axe?
Well, clearly, the axe is a spine.
Oh yeah,
from another Godzilla. However, I want to know why there was a giant throne for the Kongs, and around them there was a portrait or like a drawing of a Godzilla.
Yeah, and which one was it?
The entire story there.
Yeah, there is a story there that's way more interesting than the movie that it's in.
Which I did like how they teased it at least.
And from the sounds of it, they're fully planning on going further with more movies. I just don't know.
Well, yeah, after that one did such a good job, box office.
I know for being like freaking post COVID and like one of the first
and
day and date release. Was it date? No, it wasn't day and date. It was just streamed release, right?
Right.
No, it was day and date. I remember my coworker went to go see it in theaters.
Here's something else. Going back to all of the people who complain on social media, I still remember when it first came, when there was talk about going on, there were some of the usual suspects trying to start shit saying, oh, Godzilla vs. Kong is going to be woke because we have these two leading ladies who are claiming, oh, they're being born in bars. Like, guys, what movie are we talking about here? Why do you think when has the human portion ever dominated the monster portion?
In the Legendary film, the first movie.
Well, okay, but when we've been already shown they're focusing more on the monsters ever since.
Well, I don't know about Kong Skull Island. I mean, I think
that was a good blend. I think that was a perfect blend.
Yeah, and honestly, that was the best of the human stories of Legendary.
Okay, yep. I will. You know what? Actually, Ingrid, would you agree with that, or would you still say King of the Monsters is? Because it's hard. It's hard.
You know, King of the Monsters had the better fights. It had a solid.
Yeah. Well, actually, now that I think about Ingrid and I never put Kong Skull Island on our list because it's not a Godzilla movie.
Oh yeah, that wasn't the thing really, but I don't know. I have to give it a thought, and I might say that for at least for the human plots, Kong Skull Island might just be better.
Yeah,
it's interesting to see like the whole culture and ecosystem on the island, and getting substantially better on treating like the indigenous populations than in Godzilla's general history.
Yeah, I mean,
admittedly, that's not a very high bar to clear.
Yeah, if you want to compare King of the Monsters and Kong Skull Island, my personal opinion is King of the Monsters has a solid story, but the better fights.
Definitely. Oh, hands down, the better fights.
Those fights were things of magic. That was just. I think that might have been the start of like me really seriously getting into this whole kaiju thing. Like, wow, this is what eventually it all leads to.
However, Kong Skull Island had the better characters, the better plot for the human characters, with fighting that was not on par with King of the Monsters.
Right. I will agree with that because unfortunately the monsters were generic.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and that's just unfortunately a problem. Which it's just like you gotta have your neat heroes and you've gotta have your neat villains. If either of them is just kind of it just kind of falls flat a bit. I want to be invested in both of them, even if one of them I'm invested because I want their ass to get kicked.
Well, that's what Sam Jackson kind of did.
Yeah, I was so much more interested in the human plot and Kong, honestly.
Yeah, and I guess I understood why he snapped. This is a Vietnam guy who just wanted his boys to go home, and now most of them aren't going home.
Well, it's not just that. It's also he was a man who only knew war.
He was Frank Castle, basically.
Yes, he doesn't know how to switch it off.
Just like Frank. Frank did not know how to switch it off.
So when his boys got killed, he chose a target. And he stuck with it to the bitter fucking end.
And he almost won!
Yeah, he almost did win.
A simple human almost took down the King of the Apes.
Yeah, Sam Jackson is
one badass motherfucker.
Yeah, he's the third most powerful monster.
Do you really expect anything different? I think we'd have been mad if he wasn't.
Yeah.
He honestly, that was the most impressive sequence in the entire film.
Mm-hmm.
It really was. I mean, I don't. The final, Skullcrawler, the big one, if you want to call it that was like that's okay, I guess. But no, the Sam Jackson fight with Kong
and the stare down.
Yeah, you never get into a staring contest with Sam Jackson. That's just not a fight.
You want to know the funny irony?
You're going to burn out before the
Hulk versus Godzilla. Bianca says.
Oh God! Well, if it's World Breaker Hulk, the Hulk.
Oh yeah. The only thing that can stop World Breaker Hulk is Broly.
Sentry, Hercules, Zeus, maybe.
Oh yeah. Zeus definitely, because Zeus beat his ass during after World War Hulk.
Yeah, so yeah, the Godzilla's fucking strong, and although in the IDW comics, Godzilla did take on Olympus.
Oh yeah, the IDW comics. Good God, boy, talk about going from shit to oh my God, freaking god tier.
That was so yeah. This is was it Godzilla Goes to Hell?
Oh God, that was so damn good. Now, Ingrid, I sent you all the comics. Have you read any of them yet?
I have not gotten around to reading them all. I'm sorry.
Read Godzilla Goes to Hell. Read Godzilla. I got them from a Humble Bundle.
Okay, then. Godzilla Goes to Hell. Duly noted.
Basic?
What? Have you seen Basic with Travolta and Jackson?
I don't believe so.
No, I haven't either.
I don't even know it. Give me a second. I'm gonna look this up. Travolta.
Oh, I see. It's a 2003 mystery movie. Their second collaboration after Pulp Fiction.
I have seen this.
John McTiernan.
Yeah, I have seen this one. I just haven't. I don't remember it. Actually, my dad watched it very recently.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, my dad's a big film. My dad's a big fan of films like this.
But yeah, but again, though, with there's so many of those, those movies. The MonsterVerse, I think, it's one of the few movie universes that actually worked.
Yes, there was a beginning, middle, and end. There was a plot. There was a prequel. There was a coherent story. And that's probably the most important takeaway from this that people seem to just ignore.
Which is exactly what the Marvel Cinematic Universe had. They had structure for the most part. They started to fumble near the end, but they at least hit the landing, and then they've been fumbling ever since.
Yeah, except that...
Yeah, I just have no desire beyond a couple of exceptions to really watch any Marvel stuff since. It's just like, Endgame already peaked. There's no real way you can go higher up from there. You just don't.
Well, Kang is a good possibility. I always thought it was going to be Kang who would take over from Thanos.
I have not. Have either of you watched the new Spider-Man movie yet? I have not.
I have.
It's not even out yet. It's not even out yet.
Is it?
No.
No. I think it's out here in California.
Well, we're not in California. She and I are in Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It's really cold here, unfortunately.
Wait, no. Yeah, Kang doesn't come out till Christmas.
Is it? I don't know. No, it's.
No, it comes out the 16th, sorry, the 17th. It comes out the 17th.
Okay, because my coworker is super fucking excited about it.
Yeah, now in fact, they've all made clear for the press. They're only showing them the first 40 minutes.
Okay.
So because they don't want spoilers to get out at all.
I actually had a friend who went to the that second trailer showing in LA.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of people going to that.
Well, my friend actually worked the security there, so he actually got to meet Tom Holland.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, I also work security. That's how I know him. He used to work at my post, but he transferred to LA.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like constantly like texting me like, "Oh, I met Tom Holland." Like, I don't give a fuck. That's why I kept texting him back. Like, I don't care. Like, honestly, I don't like Spider-Man at all.
Oh.
As a character.
Oh, okay.
As a character, I have no interest in him. I used to be when I was a little kid, but
you like the anime. Hey, Ingrid, you mind going on mute while you're eating? If because we can hear your
Oh,
the
sorry,
clang.
Realize.
Yeah, we're hearing the clang clang. All right.
Yeah.
You're saying?
Yeah, I did watch the animated series. I watched it all the way to the end. Had a really good series finale. However, that was it. I saw the first two Sam Raimi films. Did not bother watching the third one because by the end of I did like the first two Sam Raimi films, by the way, but I had, for whatever reason, I had no desire to continue watching.
I love the third one. I
didn't watch the third one. I didn't watch the Amazing Spider-Man movies, and I didn't watch any of the Homecoming.
Oh, Bianca says, see Encanto. I heard such great things about it. I want to see it.
What is Encanto?
That's the new Disney Pixar movie.
Disney picks. Okay, hold on.
The one with the magical house that gives people special abilities, except for one girl, and all of a sudden the magic's fading.
News to me.
Oh yeah. Oh, if you see an image of it, you might recognize the trailers have been all over the place. Hominus, you are completely wrong. The third one has problems. I will admit it, but for what it was, it's still a better movie than Amazing 2. I will say that.
But you're comparing it to Amazing, from what I understand. Those are the worst ones.
Not Amazing 1 is good. Amazing
no, I'm
2.
not familiar with Encanto at all.
All right. Oh, by the way, I got a new omnibus. I wanted to show off. Yeah, I know another one.
Iron Man. Hold on a second. I gotta freaking. How do I get rid of this thing?
What thing?
The stupid thing on the. I'm in the show. Go away, because your screen is being blocked.
What?
No. All right. Hold it up again. All right. To your left a little bit. Yeah, because the clock, the live and the.
I gotcha.
Okay. Yeah. See. There we go. The Mask of Iron Man. That's pretty cool.
It's actually Mask in the Iron Man. Get it, like Man in the Iron Mask.
Yeah. I love that movie.
You'll pay it. Send me the money and I'll do it.
You're all gonna see Encanto though. I'll pay you. Wait, what? Okay, wait. Why is Encanto so important to you?
Probably because of why is it, BM? I mean, I think I have an idea, but...
Wait, is it already out or something?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
By the way, the Omnibus is a follow-up to this one, the Kurt Busiek run.
Cool.
Yeah. I've got... And that basically now I have a perfect even amount for all of the Heroes Return era of the Marvel books. Not Heroes Reborn, the post-Heroes Reborn stuff. Oh, speaking of with Venom, since he was in Spider-Man 3, check out this cover.
Oh, that's cool. Is that the Donny Cates?
No, actually... No, it's not Donny Cates. It is from... Actually, no, this collects the post-90s, when there was the 90s time, when there was Venom was an ongoing series of miniseries. I'll send you a link on Twitter, Raymond. Is that okay?
Sure.
But basically, this is everything post, because basically, the Venom, all those miniseries ended with finale where it seemed like Venom was dead, the symbiote. And then this is everything basically after that, up until when Mac Gargan, the Scorpion, got the symbiote.
Oh yes, I'm aware of that. I'm not the biggest Marvel fan, but
yeah, this cover is from the Daniel Way ongoing series. The one that didn't even feature Venom much. It felt a spawn of Venom that thought it was Venom.
Wait, what's Bianca laughing at? Hominid.
Oh, hominids. BM is practicing true gender equality right now.
Is that in reference to Encanto? Because I don't know what that means.
I don't know. You guys are losing us, all right? Be a bit more detailed in your stuff. Like I said, I got so many of my omnibuses right here, right next to me.
Okay, so that's why Bianca likes it. Apparently, her manager I see.
It reminds him of me.
Okay, so Bianca.
So what do you mean? Not so special, but has something special about them? Because that's what the whole thing about the character is, that she's the normal of the family. Everyone else is always born with a special trait, but not her. So, but yeah, though, okay, different note. You know what music song I've been having stuck in my head all day? Hello?
Hello?
Raymond? Raymond? Raymond, you there? Oh, Okay. He'll be back. He'll be back. Well, I'll tell you then, Ingrid. The American version of the original Dragon Ball theme song. Ingrid,
Yeah,
did you hear what I said?
I did.
Well, you didn't say anything, so I was asking. I was like, "Did you hear me? You okay?"
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, sorry. You feel like like I'm saying something and you're not responding. I'm saying something to you, hoping you
just spaced out a little bit.
I've been there. Don't worry. I said I got the original Dragon Ball intro, the English version stuck in my head.
Oh, that's perfectly understandable. That one is pretty
dun, 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 dun. No, not the Shala, hey Shala. I'm talking about the original.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The original Dragon Ball. Find the Dragon Ball, look out for them all. Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the original. Spaced out. It's Bianca all week. She says. I think you know what. I think you and Bianca would get along very well, Ingrid.
Maybe we would.
You just said maybe we would twice. My issue is Harry tried to kill Peter, and when he knew what really happened, he was like, "Hey, buddy," towards Peter. Hominus. That's exactly the point, though. He thought Peter killed his father. He was dead set on getting revenge. But once he found out the truth, he realized, yeah, his father brought about his own death. So it's basically showing that the power of their friendship. And I think having that brief time when he had amnesia kind of reminded him of what they used to have. Part of the reason why they did the amnesia plot in the first place was so that the audience could also remember what they used to have. Otherwise, it would have made the did Raimi have full control on 3? Not really. Not as much as 1 and 2. 3 is the point when you had Avi Arad putting his foot down saying, "We include Venom." So yeah. So Ingrid, how far are you in the second anime movie? Ingrid, spaced out again.
Yep, spaced out again.
I said, how far are you in the second anime movie?
I think we just got to the point where we figured out, it's Mothra, but not really, people.
Yeah! We're talking about the anime movie, Raymond.
I feel like I would be enjoying this a lot more if it didn't have the Godzilla name on it.
Yes!
Okay, Bianca, on Netflix, there are 3 animated Godzilla films. They were created by the devil.
The only reason I finally caved and bought Netflix was because of JoJo Stone Ocean. That was the reason for me finally caving and buying Netflix.
Wait, Stone Ocean's on?
Yes, yep. Yes, it is, and it is really damn.
And get this. You want to know the voice of the main character is?
Please.
Rina-chan.
Okay.
Like I had gotten.
Okay. Do you know who Rina-chan is?
Part 6 manga, and it's just like they're not pulling any punches. They're leaving in everything.
Wait. Do you know who Rina-chan is?
I do not.
Okay, she's a Newgrounds voice actress. She's done so much. Brawl Taunts, the Brawl Taunt series. She did. Did you ever see the old Metal Gear Awesome?
I did. I remember that.
Oh, from yeah.
Yeah, from Ego Raptor. She was Meryl.
Oh, okay. Now I recognize.
Yep, but she's been doing.
Really kills it.
Yep, and she's also been doing a couple other stuff like she's 2B in Nier Automata.
Yeah, let's just say I'm just going to say this overall. So much of modern girl power media wishes it were Stone Ocean. It wishes it were Stone Ocean so damn badly, but it's not.
Yeah, I've been so looking forward to Stone Ocean. I stopped paying attention after a while because I was like. I think COVID delayed.
I'm gonna have Jolene's theme stuck in my head for the next month, and I don't mind.
Although I'm more now like Now that we got Stone Ocean, all right, let's end it already because I really want to get to Steel Ball Run.
Now, obviously, Netflix had nothing to do with the English translation. They're just posting it, and they're the ones streaming it, correct?
Oh, wait, I just realized.
Yeah, it's more like exclusive global streaming rights than something like that.
All right, that's much better to know.
Yeah, because otherwise I would have just, like, watched it on, I don't know, Crunchyroll or Funimation website or something, but nope, they apparently decided to grab up the rights, and it's just like, well played, Netflix, well played, you finally got me.
Oh, that's just typical.
Bianca said, you don't watch JoJo?
It's just typical that the one anime that I go out of my way to watch is the one that she doesn't watch.
Is that a motherfucking JoJo reference?
The reason I started watching JoJo, honestly, is because my brother and then a couple of people in the D&D campaign I played started making a lot of references to it. It's just like, okay, I want to know what this nonsense is about. And so I just started, like, watching it one weekend on a whim, and it's just like, okay, oops, I actually like this.
The funny thing is, it's one of those series where I always hear people saying, just jump to this part, and everyone's saying, no, don't!
Do not skip it. Yes, I am definitely on the part skipping as heresy train, because it's all, like, builds and flows together. Like, yeah,
at least until Steel Ball, then
to find itself, but just because
you can more or less ignore everything before Steel Ball if you want to start with Steel Ball.
Wasn't Steel Ball an alternate continuity?
Yes.
All right.
I guess that's fair.
However, yes, the parts 1 through 6 are all really good. I will, however, that I did commit the heresy of starting with 3, skipping 1 and 2. I did go back and watch 1 and 2 later on, but yes, I did initially commit the heresy.
Right. Now, Stone Ocean is the grand finale of the original timeline, correct?
Yes.
All right.
And then you go to Steel Ball Run, and then JoJolion, and then whatever...
now, do they have all... Now, does Netflix have all of the JoJo stuff on there, or just Stone Ocean?
All of it.
Good!
Yeah, because Golden Wind is the best.
Oh, yeah, I really, really, really liked Part 5.
Part 5 was the best.
Seriously, it's just...
They were all really freaking good, but Part 5 just stood head and shoulders above the other ones.
Yeah, it's just like, damn, like, the character development was just something else, and they really hit me hard with everything.
Yeah, it had one of the best finales ever.
But isn't 3 the one everyone keeps on... Right, but isn't 3 the one everyone keeps saying has, like, the best stands? That's when they introduced stands, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and, like, Part 3 is kind of, like, where JoJo really found its identity and hit its stride.
Yeah, it's the gold standard.
However, yeah, Star Platinum and all that.
Just kind of a quirky battle anime to being distinctly JoJo. But still, don't skip parts 1 and 2.
Yeah,
don't do that.
But 5 is...
Context is important.
5 is what? Yep, 5 is what?
Oh, yeah. 3 is where it found its identity. 4 is where it's sort of improved upon it. 5 is where it was just... It cemented it.
Though, let's just say, I think Part 6 might be looking to dethrone Part 5 in my imagination already.
I will have to be the judge of that myself.
But again, that's the grand finale that eventually creates a new universe.
Because stands didn't exist back then, Bianca.
Right. That I understand especially. Yeah, stands did not exist in the first 2.
Yes, it was I forget the name of the damn power that they used.
Now 1 is required because, well, it gave us Dio, who's throughout the whole series, correct?
Yeah. Luckily, it's also the shortest part, so it's easy to get through.
I see. Oh, yeah, basically it's only... technically, part 1 and 2 is made up of the first season, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
part 1
Phantom Blood and Battle tendency.
Yeah, so basically it's one of those cases where you were able to... even the anime want to get the 3 as fast as they can, right?
Yeah, but okay, Bianca. The reason being why stands didn't exist
because the creator didn't think of them at the time.
He did not think of them at the time. He kept upping the ante.
I thought it was like I'd heard so many things about it, and it's kind of funny because with JoJo, It's interesting because hearing spoilers out of context for JoJo does not give you at all anything. Typically, does not even like give you enough to really understand what it's a spoiler for. Most of the time, it's like it really only makes sense when you actually get there in the story. If that makes sense, where it's just like you hear about a thing out of context from JoJo, it's like I have no place to even comprehend what that particularly means until you actually get the point in the story, and it's just sort of like, yeah.
Hey, have any of you ever read the issue and the issue of Diesel, the attempt at doing an American adaptation of JoJo at Antarctic Press?
Which is this? I'm sorry.
Diesel. It was only a one-issue book that was meant to be an attempt to redo the to adapt in its own way JoJo's Bizarre Adventures in the States.
No, I was unaware of this.
It's kind of funny because part 6 actually happens in Florida.
Hold on, I'm gonna send into the link. Someone actually uploaded scans of the issue.
Everything is a JoJo reference. Yes, everything
is a JoJo reference.
It's either JoJo or Akira.
There you go. There you guys go. Hey, wait, Bianca! It's like watching Dragon Ball and wondering where's the Super Saiyan stuff.
Oh, what the fuck?
What, you're looking at the images?
I'm looking at the images. Yes.
Like I said, that's clearly a Star Platinum type character.
Yeah, I'm like, what the flying shit am I watching?
Reading.
Yeah, reading. Well, watching. I'm not even technically. I'm just skimming through every single page. I'm like, okay, I'd rather just go watch JoJo.
Yeah, it didn't go. It didn't even. It didn't go beyond this first issue. But I would say it's a good attempt, at least.
Yeah, it didn't look half bad, but I'd still rather just watch the better version of this.
Well, obviously, but this was back before they even came to the States. Any of it.
It was basically a nightmare to even get there in the first place because every single stand name was like a copyrighted band name of some kind.
Yeah, so basically,
it's the same reason why it took the Great Ace Attorney adaptation to take forever to come out in the States because of legal issues about what parts of Sherlock Holmes were not in the public domain. So then we got Sherlock Holmes.
Yep. Oh, speaking of Sherlock Holmes, have either of you ever seen Case Closed?
I have not.
I think I watched one episode when it was on Adult Swim many moons ago. I don't remember it.
I love Case Closed, but it's one of the few ones. The show's still going on, longer than even One Piece.
To my recollection, it's a really smart high school kid that he gets knocked out and gassed and becomes...
and basically he was given a poison, but it had a side effect on certain people like himself that turns him into a child instead. And basically every episode is him basically solving cases and mysteries throughout everything with the most glacially paced, slowly executed subplot going, miss arc going on.
Yeah, I have no intention.
I mean, it's a good one, and they even did a crossover with Lupin, the third.
Yeah, I saw that. I just, I'm too far behind that I'm just like, no.
Well, to be fair, I've only seen the English dub version because Funimation did that. Unfortunately, they could have kept going. Unfortunately, they were airing it right as Cartoon Network was giving up on anime. And unfortunately, when it's that long of a still ongoing series, yeah, they're not going to keep on putting any, just wasting money. They don't want to end up like ADV, where you just keep doing it even though you're losing money.
Yeah, it's just way too damn high of a mountain to climb.
And that's what I love about ADV. They didn't give a shit, but unfortunately that bit them in the ass. But hey, for whatever them, we never would have gotten a proper dub of Gatchaman.
I'm trying to... Oh, Gatchaman, yeah, okay.
Battle of the Planet. And
yeah, that's how
and they were also able to squeak in during that brief moment when the rights were available of doing a Macross dub.
Oh, excuse me.
They actually did a Macross dub.
What's Macross?
Robotech.
Oh, Macross.
Macross, sorry, Macross.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they actually did a proper dub years ago.
I liked though. Is that the one that was on Toonami?
No, that's Robotech.
Oh, that's the one I grew up on.
Oh, that's what a lot of people grew up on. Unfortunately, they're two very different shows.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about Robotech is that it did not hold back punches. When characters died, they made it clear they were dead.
Very, very clear.
It wasn't one of those ones where like, oh, we'll edit out the deaths. No, they might tone it back a bit, but they made it clear, no, they're dead. And I actually have the box set, the big 20-disc box set. Or 30 discs, I think.
Did you ever watch Frontier?
Frontier? No.
Macross Frontier.
Oh, is that the third one, I think, that's part of Robotech, or?
I'm not sure.
Well, I had Wendy Lee sign my box. The English voice actress?
I'm trying to friggin'... I don't know. I remember watching it while I was in high school. This is 2008, 9.
Yeah, well, Wendy Lee, she is one of the big mainstays of English dubbing. She's been around, like, Robotech was the first one back in 1985 for her. She was the original voice for TK and Digimon. She took over as she was the original Faye Valentine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She was also in Big O, Magic Knight Raiders.
Big O, was she Angel?
Angel. She was Angel.
Okay.
Big O
is one of my favorite anime.
Oh, Haruhi Suzumiya. She was Haruhi. You know about Haruhi Suzumiya, right?
No.
The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
It's basically one of those anime classics. It's hard to not know about it, even if you've never watched it. If for no reason other than
you
the
would be
dance
surprised at my lack of.
Well, I'll tell you this: it has a go-to for English dubs. Crispin Freeman, Wendy Lee, Michelle Ruff, Stephanie Shea, Johnny Young Bosch, Bridget Hoffman, Kari Walgreen, Sam Riegel.
Sam Riegel.
Regal. But yeah, you got so many big names involved with this show. And basically it's about a girl who, and she doesn't know it, but she can actually manipulate reality.
Yeah, never heard of it.
Yeah, but basically she wished there was more aliens, time travelers, and robots in the world, and then 3 of the main characters are a girl from the future, an alien, or in this case an Esper actually, and the other one's from a robot. All right.
No, seriously, you would be surprised at my limited amount of information that I know.
Well, you should look it up at least. You should look it up is all I say.
Okay.
Oh God, she was a part of High Guardian Spice.
Wait, what? Who?
She was part of High Guardian Spice.
Oh, really?
You know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, I know what it is. I'm just... Did that finally get released?
Yes, unfortunately!
And it is apparently the new favorite example of bad writing.
Beyond bad writing! It's like... Ugh! When even Anime America, a YouTuber I watch, trashes the whole thing to the point where she's like, "Wow, I yell more in this video than I usually do."
Oh damn!
You know who she is?
The name sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah, she's done a lot of again, a lot of anime talk and everything. Very knows her stuff. Very fair and balanced with her commentary. But Raymond, have you seen Godzilla Singular Point yet?
All the way through 3 times.
Oh yeah,
loved
that's
it.
A good one. I really liked that one.
I liked it from the get-go.
What did you think about their take of Jet Jaguar?
Loved it.
I loved it too. It's just
it's
you know
adorable.
what? It just feels on brand for what I'd expect from Godzilla.
I love the AIs. They're fucking adorable.
They are. They are absolutely precious.
I love those
They are
AIs.
also heroes.
Now, do you think
they are the singular point? They saved everybody.
Now, do you think there's going to be a follow-up, or do you think this feels like a done-in-one?
If there's going to be a follow-up, it's not going to be till next year.
Well, yeah.
And I don't think we're going to get any kind of announcement until whatever the next big convention is.
GeForce.
Continue it though. They did a really good job.
Yeah. It was really good.
GeFest.
It left it way the hell open.
Right. But it could also end it there, though.
It could. It could possibly end it there.
Hominids we get. High guard spice is what happens when bad writers and showrunners spend their entire time on Twitter.
More proof that everyone who was on that website has legally mandated to go out and touch grass.
I will agree with that 140,000%.
I mean, there's a point where they basically make a big deal about one character being trans, and it's like they set it up, and then it turns out there's another character that's related who ends up being even much more of an important trans character, but it's kind of diminished when you had to go through all this, introduce this other character that was trans.
Okay, you're just giving me more and more not that there's a trans person. You're just giving me more reasons to not watch it.
Oh, I'm saying it's the way they botched it is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. You're giving me. It's not that the fact that there's the inclusion of a trans.
Oh, I agree. I'm one of those who agree. It's not the inclusion of it because again, one character did it very well. The other character just felt like, okay, we get it. So, okay, why did you have to do this character when you had this other good character? You take away from the other character.
Yeah, why would you do stupid shit like that? You already have the one character. Stick with that character and build that character up.
Because they want to say, like, look, more progressivism. Look, I get when some of the people complain about it. But this is one of the cases where they would have been spot on the money about complaining because it is badly handled. It's not the fact that it exists, which unfortunately is why I think a lot of people in the anti-SJW community are boiling it down to lately. It's the fact it exists.
Oh yeah, isn't High Guardian Spice like the main punching bag of clownfish right now?
Rightfully so in this regard.
Yeah, this is one.
But that was because
it actually is that bad.
But it also helped that we knew it was going to be bad from the moment that their first trailer was a behind the scenes stuff, and obviously all of it was saying we have women, we have a lot of women. It's like we're very progressive, yet all the women are white. I'm not kidding. That's not what like they're saying. We're so progressive.
Tell me about your actual writing experience.
Like, well, we got a bunch of women.
Which I don't mind. You can have women.
No, but that's all they were saying was it's a bunch. We have a bunch of women on our team.
I know. That's what I'm saying. And you can have the women. I want you to have the women. However, why don't you hire women with experience?
How many? There's times where I do agree with them. It's when they're talking about comics that they've lost me entirely. And He-Man.
Yeah, they've made points in the past that I've agreed with. I do not like their entire hatred for Rooster Teeth to the blind hatred. I mean, a lot of people have that blind hatred, from what I understand.
Yeah, but I think they take it to the point where again, that was one of the earlier cases I should have noticed of them catering to the outrage.
Yeah, although I will admit, I stopped watching Rooster Teeth I stopped watching Achievement Hunter and by extension Rooster Teeth right after the 2016 election when they all collectively lost their fucking minds.
Oh, I've toughened it out, but even Ruby's starting to lose me, and Red vs. Blue lost me with Zero. I was good but once Zero came about, and it was so way off the mark, it wasn't even funny. And now they're doing this non-canon sitcom-like spin-off called Shattered Families. It's like, you guys are desperate.
Man, I'm really out of the loop on Ruby.
I've never watched it.
No. I'm talking about Red vs. Blue, Ingrid.
Oh, Red vs. Blue.
Yeah. Ruth and Ruby, I've still been enjoying a lot of it, but I'll be honest, they got to wrap it up soon. I'm sorry. Ingrid, I'm sorry, but I think they got to wrap it up soon.
No, I completely agree. There's only so much you can creep up the stage.
Especially when we lost Penny again!
Yeah, it's just like, come on, man.
You bring her back, you make her a real girl, and then you kill her off.
I am so lost right now.
Jeez.
You remember who Penny was, Ellie? She was in the first 3 volumes. The robot girl, the android.
Uh,
All right, never mind then.
I've never watched it before, so I wouldn't know.
All right.
I don't even know. I don't even know what any of their fucking names are. And I know the only thing I know is that their names are in the freaking title.
Yep, Ruby, Weiss, Yang, and Blake.
Yeah, I would not have guessed that.
Yeah, all right, but still, though, with Rooster Teeth, I was in it for their ongoing stuff, and I gotta say, they gotta bring back Camp because that was a great show.
I liked Immersion.
Oh, Immersion was fun.
I like that, and I'm just sad that it's not there anymore.
I think that it was too expensive.
I guess it was one of their best shows.
But
they only had 2 seasons?
3, I think. I think they had a third one.
But Gus and Jeff weren't in it, though.
No, you're right. They weren't in it. But again,
watching it then.
But again, by this point, though, you have not that many of the original group left. Even Miles left.
Miles is gone now?
He's been gone since a few years ago. Bernie's gone.
I knew Bernie left. They kicked what's his name out.
Joel.
Joel, yeah, they kicked him out. Jeff is still holding Achievement Hunter together somehow.
Yeah, I applaud him for that. Matt is still trying to hold the ship together, but he's listening too much for his very woke wife. I'm sorry. His wife is very much progressive.
Yeah, and Gus is there.
Gus seems to be the more level-headed of them all still. I mean, in that he states his opinion. I may not agree with it, but he's one of those guys who'd be like, hey, all right, say your own opinion. I'll listen.
Yeah, Gus has always been one of my favorites. Also, he voices my favorite character in Red
Simmons?
Second favorite character. My favorite character is still Tucker, but Simmons is my second favorite.
Tex is still my favorite. Oh, Kathleen. She was done dirty.
Kathleen
Zelch, the voice for Tex.
Oh,
and yeah. Oh, basically at one point, now granted, she did bring a little bit about herself. She basically told off Barbara, calling her, a skank and all that.
Oh, guys. I found a picture of a Godzilla Christmas tree.
Okay, share it. Put it onto, load it onto Chrome, and then click on share screen. You can link into it, and then I'll show it. Or you can send me the link, and I'll share. Or you could send me the link in the private chat.
Bianca, quickly tell me, how do you say Merry Christmas in Japanese?
Okay, hold on, give me a moment. Oh, I gotta see this. Oh, you've shown me this before.
Oh!
I have not seen it.
I know. Hold on, give you a moment.
I mean, I could just...
I might have forgotten. I think I might hop off in a bit, because, yeah, I'm definitely losing my focus. Yes, look at that! They even have the thing, the smoke!
And he has a hat!
That is the greatest thing incredible.
Ever. That is the greatest... Oh!
I want that right now.
I want that in my mall! Seriously.
I mean, screw sitting on Santa's lap. Get me pictures with that thing.
Well, while you be at his feet, though, you wouldn't be near his face.
I don't give two shits.
And look at the perfect dorsal fins and all that. Now, I have to assume this is a fake tree, just put together.
Yeah, it's got a skeleton underneath it, and they just put a bunch of green shit all over it.
Yeah, that has to be how it is, but it still looks good. Oh my god, it actually has claws!
You're not sending anything, Bianca. Just I asked you, how do you say Merry Christmas in Japanese? If there is such a different way of saying it.
That was awesome. So yeah, you gotta turn in, Ingrid. Go right ahead.
Yeah, thanks for having me on to talk kaiju stuff. See you later.
No problem.
It was wonderful talking to you.
Yep. So but yeah, it was right. And Raymond with other kaiju. Like, what got you into kaiju?
My father. The very first kaiju film I ever watched was, oddly enough, the one I don't like was Godzilla vs. Mothra. Or was it
really?
Yeah, the original Showa one.
I'll be honest, I do not remember what my first one was. I just remember I would see it on TV. I would always open up the TV guide, flip through it, Godzilla, I was there. Whenever Sci-Fi had a marathon, I was there.
It was, well, I remember I was like 3 years old, and it was showing on TNT.
Oh, yeah, when they showed on TNT, too.
Yes, yeah. That's the first time I watched it, and then I think after that, my dad would start renting Godzilla films for me from the video store. We got, just say it with Japanese accent.
Okay. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I don't know. Don't they usually add like a U at the end? Like
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You did a good job there.
Merry Christmas.
Sorry, I also gotta say, since we're talking about Japanese with Godzilla, you know, it's always, every time I hear the old dub, you know, it's always gonna make me bang my head every time I hear it.
What?
Godzilla.
Oh yeah, Godzilla.
Godzilla. I'm like, why? And it was always weird when you have like only one character saying it. Everyone else will say Godzilla, but it was like, must stop Godzilla.
My favorite one is Godzilla.
Which one was that one?
I'm trying to remember. It is a show one.
Get this. You want to know how they were originally going to end Godzilla if they brought him back before Godzilla vs. Kong? They had a finale.
Really?
They would have made it a trilogy. The sequel to Godzilla Raised Again would have been Bride of Godzilla.
Son of a bitch, I'm glad that we didn't go
there. And they would have made a mech. Turned out there would have been other Godzilla swords. They would have made this mech that looked like a female Godzilla, would have wooed Godzilla. He would have taken the female Godzilla to where the other Godzilla stars are, and then would have blown them all up.
Who the fuck thought of that? The person who thought of Queen Kong?
Queen Kong.
Fuck that movie.
I'm not kidding, though, dude. That was one of the ones that they had considered before.
I lost my train of thought thanks to Queen Kong. Thank you.
Sorry!
And no, that was my fault. I'm the one who thought of Queen Kong for whatever goddamn reason.
And Ingress would have shown back up again.
What?
I said Ingress would have shown up again.
Oh.
Okay, I like Ingress. I really do.
I thought you said Ingrid, not
Ingress.
I kept hearing Ingrid. I'm like,
no, Ingress.
Okay.
No, Ingress.
I was confused. I
understand.
Confused.
I understand. Oh, I'm on the Wikizilla right now for all the different, unmade movies.
Although I will admit, I had this mistake when I was a child, when I was like 4 years old, and my dad rented Gamma versus Gauss.
Oh, yeah?
And I swear to God, my dad kept calling Gauss Rodan throughout the entire fucking film.
Oh!
I did not know that was not Rodan until much later in my life. I actually grew up thinking that was Rodan.
The funny thing is, this is something Ingrid and I talk about. We love the first Gamera Heisei movie. But at the same time, though, we think Gauss was much better in the Showa version because he actually had a personality.
As opposed to just being a feral animal in the
one of three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although they kind of just reimagined them as kind of like as a plague instead of an intelligent.
Which was interesting, yeah, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know they didn't explore the plague aspect until the third film.
Oh yeah, especially when there were so many more.
Yeah. Yes, Bianca, my dad and I failed for many years.
Fail!
Yes, we failed miserably with our kaijus.
Hold on. I told you about that comic?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to show you a little bit of it. But yeah, and get this, Terry Rossio, one of the guys who did the screenplay of it. He actually would be one of the guys involved with Godzilla vs. Kong.
Really?
So it kind of came full circle for him.
Well, that's good. He got to do what he loved.
Yeah, and he was the one. And he was the one who actually came up with the idea of Godzilla crawling on all fours.
Good man.
Oh, he actually worked on Aladdin, the original Puppet Master, Mask of Zorro, Small Soldiers, Road to El Dorado, Shrek, Pirates of the Caribbean, 1, 2, and 3. National Treasure and Treasure.
Also,
yeah, he's worked on so many stuff. It's like, damn!
He's got quite the resume.
Yeah, he definitely does.
I for whatever reason, because when you said Puppet Master, I for whatever reason, my brain does this all the time. I keep thinking Wishmaster.
Very different movie. Very different.
But I like Wishmaster more.
Understandable. Hold on.
If it's any consolation, dear Alex, that hurt like hell. Oh, that looks cool.
Hold on. The artwork's not bad.
No,
for an independently made.
No, it's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like they just traced over a bunch of actors, but yeah, it looks really good.
Oh, look, there's Godzilla when they find him. Just laid out in dormant.
Why does... That's from fucking Land Before Time.
I guess they traced over that. But yeah, he wakes up, and storms off.
It's the same... It's the way he was laid out. That is exactly from Land Before Time. I shit you not.
Wow. But look at that.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it would have opened right away with Godzilla waking up and just going on a rampage. Fire breath and everything.
Yeah, if it looks like a dinosaur, Bianca, it's because they're copying from Land Before Time, and I can see that they're tracing.
Oh, look who that looks like.
Isn't that fucking, what's his name? The T...
Robert Patrick, the T-1000.
The T-1000, yeah.
They obviously went with actors they thought would have been in the movie for this.
Okay, yeah, there was definitely tracing going on. I'm starting to see that now.
But again, for what it did, it works. For trying to be...
Is that Steve Buscemi?
Where?
Go back. On the on the second page, go down. That guy.
I think that's traced from him, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Steve Buscemi.
It does. But hold on, let me get to when the Griffin starts to show up. There's the probe. Yeah, it just goes there and starts scanning a bunch of creatures. I'm just breathing through it. Yeah, look at that. Just starts adding more and more.
Yeah.
This would have been so awesome, but could you imagine the budget needed?
Oh, God.
In the 90s!
Wow.
They would have had to use a mixture of animatronics and stop motion.
Yeah.
I don't think CGI could have done it.
God, I hope they did not make that for profit, because I can just imagine...
Oh, no, the comic was not done for profit. The comic was done simply to adapt so people could get a visualization of what could have been, as opposed to what we got.
There was just so much tracing in there that I'm just like, my God, there's going to be so many lawsuits.
No, this was all done for free. Just like someone actually adapted a screenplay done of what would have been Super Mario Bros. 2.
Someone actually went to the trouble?
The original guy involved with the original screenplay.
Yeah. Thank God that never came to fruition.
But the webcomic actually looks like they put their heart into it.
You know, and I can actually admire that. But a piece of shit's still a piece of shit.
Oh. But unfortunately, the comics start being updated in 2015. So it never got finished.
Yeah, I've always had that mentality. Look, I can appreciate you putting your heart and soul and being very passionate about what you do, but what you're doing could still suck.
Yep. Oh, one other thing says, the forward, I was one of at least 10 writers who worked on Super Mario Bros. For the credits, they could only blame 2 or 3.
Heard about the Zorro movie? There's a Zorro movie?
Oh, yeah, I was listening to the guy who did the Terry Rossio did. Yeah, he did the Mask of Zorro. The one with Anthony Hopkins as the old Zorro, and you had what's his name? Desperado.
Banderas.
Yeah, Banderas as the new Zorro. Oh wait, oh no, they're talking about Zorro 2.0. She's talking about Zorro 2.0.
Yes, obviously when Zorro...
Oh God, I see it.
What the flying shit?
A modern day hacker?
Excuse you?
That's what it says.
What?
No sword. It's like, you're just putting the name in then!
Yeah, this is... Oh, fuck you, whoever is doing this.
Who's working on this? Directed by Alex Rivera, Sleep Dealer, The Infiltrators, and produced by Sobini Films.
A government fucking conspiracy. Go fuck yourself, Alex Rivera, whatever the hell your name is.
Well, that's just the director. I don't know if he's actually writing the thing.
Who the fuck are you, Alex Rivera?
Oh no, he is writing it. Never mind, he is writing it.
Oh yeah, go fuck yourself, Alex Rivera.
Hold on, let me see what else he's done. He's done
Super Deal, Infiltrators, Future States.
Yes, they did. Aloe Block, Wake Me Up. It's a music video. 6 section, a bunch of short films. So Sleep Theater and Infiltrator is only. Well, no, Sleep Theater is his only solo film in 2008. 2019 Infiltrator he co-directed.
Who the fuck gave this man the reins to the fucking
one of the biggest influences for Batman?
This is Zorro.
Yeah, Zorro, the big Z and everything. Who?
Why would you give this man that title?
Why do I have a feeling he had the idea and they just slapped it on?
You know, he probably wrote an entirely different script, but when he pitched it, they were all like, "Well, that's never going to fly, but we do like the idea. Let's just slap Zorro on it.
We have the right to Zorro. Let's just slap it on."
That is the most wildly irresponsible use of an IP I've ever fucking seen.
No shit. I mean, well, God, imagine Batman being inspired by that movie. He would have been the first Oracle.
Well, I guess now we can...
No sword, no buy. Agreed, Bianca.
Yeah, there's no fucking way I'll ever go watch that.
No way in hell. You'd have to... Even if someone pointed a gun at me, I say, kill me!
Let me guess. They're going to try and copy the fucking Matrix by going into the computer, and then they'll have swords?
Ching, 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 ching.
Matrix at that point.
Hey, I like the Matrix.
I like the first one.
I like the trilogy as a whole.
I hated Animatrix.
What?
I despised it with a passion.
Wait. All of them, or the whole project, or any specific ones?
Most of them. There were two that
Let me guess. The history of what led to humanity dying, was that one of the good ones?
Yes, that and the samurai duel thingy.
Oh yes, I love that one.
Those two were the only ones I enjoyed. The rest of them, like the athlete,
either too experimental, or
the one that I hated the most was the athlete breaking through his limits. I just couldn't stand the animation.
Let me double check who did each of those ones. Hold on, because I'm pretty sure those were all big name studios.
Oh, and the origin story for that one annoying kid from
Kid Story.
Yeah, the kids. Yeah, because that was basically his origin story.
Mm-hmm.
To the annoying.
Second Renaissance and Kid Stories were both done by Studio 4 Degrees Celsius. Program, which was the Samurai one, and World Record were both done by Madhouse.
That makes sense. Madhouse is awesome.
But they also did World Record.
They did World Record too?
Yeah.
Real? Oh god damn! World Record was my least favorite one.
Beyond, and I like the detective story. Beyond, which is the one with the girl with the weird glitching house, and Detective Story were also done by Studio 4 Degrees Celsius, and Matriculator was done by DNA Productions.
Yeah, but this is all kind of moot because I despise anthology movies.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even like Halo Legends. I did like certain parts of it, like Human or Be Human.
Oh, you looking forward to Halo Infinite?
Yes, I've been playing the multiplayer.
All right.
It's pretty fun, actually.
Hey, be honest, I gotta tell you, what do you think would happen? Imagine, all honesty, having Halo and Mass Effect meeting up. or coexisting? Imagine them dealing like imagine Chief dealing with the Reapers.
I guess it could work because both of them, and especially right now, currently with the Halo storyline, the main bad guys are AIs.
Right, but I could so see this. I could so imagine Rex from Mass Effect be like, "So you're Master Chief, huh?" Looks him over like, "Expected you to be taller."
Until Master Chief knocks his block off.
No, I think if they're saying in a more calmer thing, the Chief's like, "You're right." Oh,
so just like a better version of what happened when Chief met Palmer for the first time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would go with female fem shop.
Yeah, in recent days, because I've actually been playing
I always play fem shop. I just love Jennifer Hale's voice.
Oh, when Mass Effect first came out, I was always male ship. But actually, recently, when I did go back and play the Legendary Edition?
Yep.
I did actually start playing as the fem ship, and I did end up liking it more.
And Garrus, I love Garrus. I always, no matter what I do, I can't help it unless I use a mod to get myself with Tali. I always pair my ship up with Garrus. Always.
Wait, what was that? I'm sorry, I was looking.
I always pair up my fem shop with Garrus. Unless I use a mod that allows me to be with Tali or someone, I always pair mine up with Garrus.
Because I was reading Bianca's thing over there, the Gumball reference, and then I was trying to figure out what you were saying, which I thought was like, oh, because you didn't. I initially thought you said that you didn't like Garrus and Tali flirting.
Oh no! I was saying if I could mod it, unless I'd mod it and allow FemShep and Tali, I always do my FemShep with Garrus. I might do like have her be with Liara at first, but then she goes into with Garrus.
Oh, I've always mained Liara, honestly. I just like Liara the most.
I like Liara to a point, but I think there's some point once she becomes the
Shadowbroker.
Yeah, she just
too cold. Well, she was cold before that. The thing is, she had legitimate character progression throughout the series.
Oh, and I agree with that, and I do agree with that.
Yeah,
but I think
the best ones too.
But I do think that the Garrus Shepard relationship, it's one of those cases where it started off simply as them wanting to blow off steam, and then it becomes something more in 3.
If you're playing the FemShep, yeah. If you're playing,
that's what I'm saying. Oh no, yeah, they're bros. They're best bros.
Yeah.
But what really sold it for me was Jennifer Hale's acting with their goodbye. When she says, "If I'm still this is all over, and I can, you're at that bar and I'm not there, don't worry. I'll always be looking down at you. You'll never be alone." She broke down crying during that recording.
Really?
She's openly admitted it. That broke her because she loves that pairing so much.
Wow. I got to go back and play that.
And when you re-listen to that point, you actually hear that choking the moment right when she was starting to cry, like, "You'll never be alone." And just to know, right after that, she just, actually, you mentioned she was always Princess Aurora. I think she hasn't been Aurora. Which one has she not been in a while? I know she was both Aurora and no, she has not been Aurora in ages. She was actually once both Aurora and Cinderella, but because the toys, the way they would make the toys, the audio started getting the way they do audio on those toys got better. And unfortunately, once you did that, and you would have the two toys next to each other, you could tell it was her voice doing both of them. So they had to recast. It's one thing when you have them in separate movies. But when you have them two toys on the shelves, you could tell they're the same. Yeah, she actually explained that once on the Rob Paulson's Talking Tunes. What was that? I heard like a click in your background, like.
Oh, that was my water heater being an asshole.
It was just weird. It was just weird. Just like.
Honestly, it can be far louder. That was actually rather tame.
Oh, Hamas. I always play female in Saints Row 4. Agreed! Oblivion, Skyrim, and Fallout. But yeah, I always go for female boss in the Saints Row games. Again, Laura Bailey in 3 and 4 is my favorite voice.
I went for only female when I played Halo Reach, only because there were so many butt shots.
And the fact that by that point the armor actually shows curves.
Exactly.
Even though, wait, I thought the armor wasn't meant to be designed that way. Oh, come on, when you actually have to give him the choice, you're not going to make him look no different.
Although they are doing that in Infinite, where, honestly, the armor is so bulky, you cannot tell.
All right.
How the customization is, you can change the voices, you can change how skinny the body is.
Well, wait, this is for Infinite? I thought you were playing as Chief.
Well, no, I'm talking about, like, multiplayer, I'm sorry.
Oh, multiplayer, that's different, sorry.
Yeah,
what do you think about Chief being an open world campaign?
Honestly, I really like the idea. I really do. I think it's the kind of, the next step that they needed to revamp.
And it's set on Halo, right? It's set on Halo.
It's set on Zeta Halo.
Right, Zeta Halo. So you have this big area, but I'm just afraid of it being almost Far Cry-esque.
I guess it can be, but it's far more...
That has always been my fears, that's what I'm saying. I always like, when I think campaigns, my preference, with some exceptions, like with Batman, like the Batman Arkham from City and Night and Origins, it works because you're still going into buildings and everything, and the story's progressing with you. If it goes like the Arkham series, I'll be fine.
I guess. However, there's still a huge difference between gameplay of Halo and Far Cry.
True.
I mean, again, the shit that you are capable of doing in Infinite is insane. Oh. Especially with that grappling hook.
Oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of which, it gets me thinking back to something else. Okay, you're aware how Death Battle originally did Doom's on the Doom Guy versus Chief and how Doom Guy lost, right?
Oh, you're talking about Death Battle, yeah. Okay.
How do you think it would have gone with the Doom Slayer? I hate to say this, I think Doom Slayer would have wiped the floor with Chief.
Yep, no doubt. Against
Doom Guy, yeah, Chief would win.
Yeah, Chief would win that.
But against Doom Slayer, no, even with all the tech.
By the end of the freaking that new DLC for Eternal.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the end of that,
with the hammer.
Yeah, by the end of that, Doom Slayer is just a fucking god.
Now here's the question though. Do you think if he had access to the big sword, would that clash with the energy sword?
No, the big sword would destroy the energy sword within seconds.
That's what I thought.
On impact, it would just dissipate. It would not last.
Right. I thought as much. I just thought I asked that. But yeah, still, I'm surprised they have not gone back and done that. They cheat everyone out by changing the thumbnail, which pissed everyone off.
Hang on, Bianca. You sent that through Twitter, right, Bianca?
I only live to torture others.
Okay, so Bianca sent me a link here.
Send it to me too, Bianca.
Oh, this is the Encanto thing?
Oh. Yeah, that's a good. From what I understand, that is a good movie.
Okay, I'll watch the trailer later. As soon as we're done here.
All right. Remind me, are you into Star Trek at all?
Bianca. What?
You into Star Trek at all?
No.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're on your.
Okay, hey, that's fair.
With Hominus for that one.
Oh, how about StarCraft?
No, sorry.
Warcraft? I don't mean WoW, just Warcraft.
I think I played 3, but that's the extent of... I don't remember it.
All right, I was just asking. I know you're not in the Bond. Tomb Raider.
No. I watched the Angelina Jolie movie and the first one, and that's it.
Okay, name me what game series you are into, franchises. Any adventure games.
Any adventure games.
Monkey Island, Space Quest.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean by adventure games, right? The point and click kind?
No point and click games, unfortunately.
Aw,
I was gonna say, like, I played a lot of platformers when I was a kid.
Oh, platformers fine. I was just asking about the point and click games because I think you'd like them.
I probably would. I mean, some of them look interesting. My friend was like really into Myst a long time ago.
Myst, that's a precursor of the walking simulators, I'm afraid.
Yes, I played Dynasty Warriors once and then never again.
If not, then you're a loser.
But
well,
no,
I guess I'm a loser then.
Yeah, so I guess I'm a loser.
I just bought Unvowed. Oh, Unvowed! You just got Unvowed. Oh, wait. Yes, that is a good game.
What's Unvowed?
It's one of the. Oh, wait. Don't you mean? Wait, do you mean Unavowed? Do you mean Unavowed, Bianca? Tell me if you mean Unavowed. Bianca? I guess there's a delay.
Yeah, there seems to be a delay in the chat.
It's one of those point and click games by a company called Wajidai. They did like the Blackwell Legacy games. Unavowed is that what you're saying? You said you bought Unvowed, so were you talking about Unavowed? Is that what you were talking?
No, she's apparently unaware what Unavowed is. So apparently Unvowed is a different thing entirely.
I don't know what Unvowed is then.
I'm looking that up right now. Unvowed.
Yeah, Unavowed is basically an adventure game where, well, one, you can choose what gender you are, and it has a little bit of I think she is talking about Unavowed. Hold on. Let me put it in here. The
first thing that comes up in my search is Unavowed on Steam.
Is that it? Is that what you're talking about, Bianca? But if you look at it, it's basically one of those games where you can choose the origin, kind of like Dragon Age origin, and basically it turns out apparently the one I recommended, Unavowed. Yeah, basically though, it's one of the ones where throughout the game you're going through a demon had taken over your body for a whole year.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, you've been released, and now you have to go about and try with these other magical beings and try and figure out what's going on. Your life has been completely ruined by this thing. It's an interesting game, very well done, and originally it was supposed to be a Vertigo game for Hellblazer.
Huh.
DC actually asked them, but then things fell through, and then the main guy, Dave Gilbert, who I've had on the show, decided, and you're like, you know what? I got enough stuff. I'll make my own game.
Oh, that's a shame. That would have been really cool to have like Constantine in there.
Yeah, in fact, but you look at her, the Constantine-like guy.
Yeah, I saw the picture of it. He looks like Constantine. That's actually the first thing I thought of was Constantine when I saw it. But yeah, I've never played point and click type games. I've always played either like platformers, RPGs, or shooters.
All right, that's fair. That is fair, but I think if you want to try out, check out a lot of those Wajidai games, for point and click games.
I actually recently started playing Ape Escape 2.
Ape Escape 2. What is Ape?
Ape Escape 1 was my favorite game on the PS1. It was one of the first games that had you...
Oh, I see it.
I love that game.
What? Yay! What the hell am I looking at?
It is the most batshit insane Japanese game that exists.
Yeah, from what I'm looking at right now. What the hell?
Yeah, you have to go around you can't beat the game really until you capture all 100 monkeys.
Monkey. Sorry, I had to say that.
No, it's fine. It's allowed. That's
now. Are you into FPS games at all?
First-person shooters?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like. Again, I like Halo. I just actually recently, although it's also technically an RPG, I just finished playing Deus Ex: Human Revolution.
Oh, good.
Not Human Revolution. It was Mankind Divided, because Revolution isn't on fucking PlayStation 4 for whatever reason. It's only on Xbox.
Oh, can I give actually different thing? You want to know what type of RPG games I highly recommend you check out?
Okay.
If you're on Steam right now, first look up Crosscode.
Crosscode?
Yeah. Anyone of you guys in the chat, look it up yourselves.
What the fuck was Crosscode? Give me a second here. I'm gonna boot up my freaking app because my phone's right in front of me. Crosscode. No, app, stop fucking up on me. Crosscode. Okay, there we go. Crosscode. Radical Fish Games?
Yep.
Oh, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, look at the video they have there.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking. It looks like Zelda.
A little bit of Zelda, more that 16-bit SNES style. Then after that, a different one I would recommend if you want something so zany and out there. Cthulhu Saves the World.
I've heard of it.
And then the prequel, Cthulhu Saves Christmas.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh wow.
I've actually been. That was one of my first game reviews. I asked them, and they gave me a review copy, and I reviewed it.
Yes, I did play Dance Dance Revolution when I was a kid. I actually had a dance pad, Bianca.
I was never into Dance Dance Revolution.
That was the one thing my parents wanted. Like they actively went out and got it for me because they said, "Oh, exercise."
Ah.
Get me out of the house to, instead of, they can't convince me to leave the house instead of playing video games, so they decided to bring the exercise to the video games.
Oh, how about any of the Dragon Ball Z games? You ever played any of those? Any of them?
I played up to Budokai 2.
Oh, so you haven't done Xenoverse, Fighters?
No, I think I played the Game Boy Advance game Legacy of Goku.
Oh, that's different. I know what you mean. I know about that, but yeah.
No, but yeah, my Dragon Ball game, library is small. Yes, Mortal Kombat. I have played Mortal Kombat.
Which ones?
Which Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There's 1 through. You say 1 through.
1 through 4, and then I skipped all the way to 9.
Have you gone up to 11?
I have not finished 11. I started playing a little bit, and then I got sidetracked, and then stopped playing it.
All right. Oh, here's another game you should check out. Evo Land. EVOLAND. It's a clever game. You know why?
Evo Land?
Yeah. The first game, there's 2 games. The first one is basically every chest you open upgrades the game itself. Like, walk left. You can only walk left. You open a chest. You can walk right. Now you can walk all over. Now you actually have a map. Now you have, basically you keep on adding these different elements that are part of an RPG. Then Evoland 2 takes that idea but goes further where depending on what point of time you're in, you're actually in if you're in the far past, you're a Game Boy type game. If you're in the present, you're 8-bit, and you're 16-bit, and you're 3D. I think you find them interesting.
Okay. Yes, Bianca, I've played multiple Mario Kart games, though I much prefer Mario Party.
Okay, let me say this. What you prefer?
Mario Party is the game where friendships go to die.
Yeah. Now this, which type of game would you prefer? An FPS where you move around, or a rail shooter?
FPS.
Because you know what rail shooter series I have all the games of is? Galgun.
I played Time Crisis.
You know what Galgun is?
I've heard of it.
What have you heard?
Nothing. I just know it exists.
It's the one where you've been hit by these magical arrows by these cupids, fairies, and basically, but they overload it. So unfortunately, if you don't find your true love by the end of the day, you'll never find love again. But unfortunately, you have all these other ladies who want to. Your hormones are through the roof, so all these ladies want to bang you, so you have to shoot euphoria at them.
That sounds like some perverted.
And yes, you hear so much in Japanese voice, Oh. So it's the kind of game you'd rather not, but you better play alone.
Okay, I think. All right. Anyway. Yes, Bianca, I did play Okami. It is.
I got Okami. I got that.
I actually consider it to be the better version of like most Legend of Zelda games released these days. I love the art style. I have never played Dead or Alive or Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I only know about the jiggly physics of the boobs in Dead or Alive. My friend was obsessed with that when we were kids.
Why am I not surprised?
Whenever he changed like characters on the menu screen to a woman, he would just yell "Bouncy!" That was my childhood.
Oh, you know what? I guess it was one of the better licensed game I played was the Legend of Korra game by Platinum.
What was the last licensed game I ever fucking played?
Any of the Ninja Turtle games?
No, I've never played a Ninja Turtle game before.
I highly recommend you check if you can get the money for it. The new Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Yeah, I've heard very good things about it. I have not played it yet, but I've heard good things.
It is so good. Better than the Avengers game.
I never played the Avengers, but I think I should just skip that and go to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, no. The Avengers game, it still has entertaining value in it, but yeah, if you want to, I would skip it.
Yes, Bianca, I did play DC versus Mortal Kombat.
I never played it.
I found its story to be middling.
You do know that was done by Jimmy Palmiotti and Gray, right?
I know. I just found it to be middling. I'm sorry.
You want to know a game? You want to know? Sorry,
Even Legends can have bad takes. I'm sorry.
You want to know a game that's a licensed game that's way better than the movie it was based off of?
What's that?
The Mummy Demastered by Way Forward.
The Mummy Demastered.
Look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
All right, back to Google. Where the fuck are you? The Mummy Demastered.
It's a Metroidvania game.
Okay, give me un momento. Oh, okay. Oh, this was from the new Mummy game. Oh my god.
Yeah!
Oh my gosh.
It actually took something good out of that whole thing.
Oh my gosh, what the fuck?
Yep. Because the thing is, you're not playing as Tom Cruise, you're just playing as this nameless guy, but it's one of those games where if you die, you come back in as a new agent and you have to go and pick up the old weapons.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Actually, that's not half bad.
Yeah, well, it's Way Forward. What do you expect? It's the Shantae company crew.
Too bad they had to license such a shitty fucking movie.
Oh, you know what was also one of my favorite franchises? The Postal games.
No, though I've heard of them, never played them.
Oh, I think you might like them. Oh, you want to know a game that it was this company that once did a licensed game that was so notoriously shitty, but then when they got another license, the game ended up being one of the best of that franchise.
What's that?
I forget the name of the company specifically, but it's the company that did the Rambo video game, and then they went on to do the Terminator game. Yeah, Terminator Resistance.
Okay. Bianca, I have only played up to 2 of Kingdom Hearts and lost interest.
I have all of them.
I lost interest because the road to get to 3 was too long. I lost it.
Well, even though it's out now?
Yeah, I have no interest in buying it or even playing it. Harvest Moon, I've played the first one, and that's it.
I have never played Harvest Moon.
I don't even remember. I just remember owning it and playing it, but I don't remember anything.
Oh, here's another interesting game I have. It's a fighting game. It was originally going to tie into a cartoon until legal issues got involved, but the creator of said cartoon helped them out in expanding the lore.
And that is?
Them's Fighting Herds.
Never heard of it.
It was originally supposed to be the My Little Pony Fighting is Magic.
Oh. That must
and Lauren Foss actually worked to help them out and when they make a new original version.
You never played Kingdom Hearts, Bianca?
Oh, I've been enjoying it.
I do remember enjoying it. I don't think I would enjoy it now, though.
Oh, here's a different one. This is an adventure game. Have you ever heard of Home Runner?
No.
The web series?
No.
Strong Bad?
No.
Never mind then.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. You know what the AVGN, right?
Hold on. Hominus. Yes, I did play that game.
Ah, okay. You know about the AVGN, right? Angry Video Game Nerd?
Yes, I'm aware of him, yes.
Did you know that there was an AVGN Adventures game?
I knew of it. Never played it.
Very good play. The guy who made it did his own new game recently called Spectacular Sparky.
The first one, Hominus.
It's a fun game.
Oh, okay. Or at least whatever one came out on the PlayStation 2. Anyways, sorry.
Spectacular Sparky.
Spectacular. I don't know what that is, man.
Now, you don't need to. You can check it out whenever you feel like. Have you ever played any of the Shantae games?
Shantae. No, I've never played. I kept seeing them on like the shelf at my local Blockbuster and never bothered with them.
Oh, they're good. They are really good. Okay, I'm starting to get tired, actually. If I can recommend one more game, it's a beat 'em up. River City Girls.
Never heard of it.
It's part of the River City Ransom series.
And I am so sorry that I am not better company.
Dude, it's fine. All right, I'm starting to get tired, so I'm just throwing out stuff, dude. If I wasn't so tired, I'd have more to talk about. I'm just scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, isn't it like almost 11 o'clock where you live?
10:20, but pretty much.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for joining. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you, and Ingrid for coming here. And next time we'll talk more comics. All right.
All right. Thanks for having me. Bye, Hominus.
Yep.
Bye, Bianca.
Read Hominus' recommendation. Wolf Among Us and the Game of Thrones by Telltale.
I have never played it.
Wolf Among Us is the Fables game.
Yeah, I'm aware of yeah, he's in the Batman Big B thingy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, Big B's the main guy of it.
Yeah, that's what the gist of what I got. I've never. Okay.
All right. See you guys.
Good night, everyone. Bye.
And thank you for coming on, Raymond.
You're welcome.